Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pernell Bobby, your astrotherapist, helping you to alleviate suffering in your life, all while leveraging astrology. This is one of my missions, and today, in order for me to do that, the piece of astrology we're going to be talking about is love, money, relationships. We're going to talk food, okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine is going to come up in this. This whole man versus woman, this whole false illusion of separation. These things are crap. I'm over here. Haha, microphone's over here. These things are happening. Thank you guys for that thumbs up. I appreciate you off the rip. Anybody new coming in, definitely subscribe. I'm here again, like I said, your astrotherapist helping you to alleviate suffering. Okay, improve how you're going to respond to suffering. Right now, anytime we go through a retrograde, I'm coming in hot off the press. I want you guys to understand it off the rip. Okay, my energy is super high. I've been getting my shit done, which is really exciting in its own way. Uh, literally, like just getting it done, but also resting. All right, this is a theme that we have to check in with during this retrograde. We have to check in with rest, what that looks like, self-care, what that looks like. What do you value about it? Before I go any further, I want to tell you a couple things we're going to do today. We're going to pull from we're going to pull from the animal spirit deck. I'm going to give you an overall energy reading. Okay, I did for myself pull the zebra. I'm going to drop it back in with the card just in case it's actually for all of us today. But before we go any further, let's just get the energy right. For all my newcomers coming in, definitely hit that like button. Okay, now I'm going to just start relaxing my shoulders. Okay, relax your jaw. Allow all the tension in your teeth to just go. As you soften your inhale. Rest and recuperation is one of the things that a Venus and Capricorn will really require an action of you to value. Okay, now when you think Capricorn, any earth sign, I'm thinking the physical body. So the physical body is something that really needs to recover, really needs to rejuvenate. We can very quickly become slaves to our passions. A Venus retrograde will make sure it takes care of that. You don't want to become a slave to your passion. Anybody in the chat, real quick, I want you to vote on what are the things that are on your mind during this retrograde. I put in the chat money, money, money. I put love, baby. You know, is a planet of love, right? Venus is the planet of love, so we're definitely talking love. Maybe you're talking food. That comes more from that Venetian aspect of Taurus, all right? And we have Taurus in the North Node that's going to be transiting January 18th. Okay, this is us stepping into more earthly grounded foods. Again, something like this Venus retrograde Capricorn is helping us to adopt, especially if you're a Leo, you're going through a sixth house transit. I would say in my Leos and my Aquarius, sixth house, 12th house transit, you're going to be really considering food um, as a part of your daily routine. That's just specifically for those. But overall, all of us will have what value. Okay, I want you to think value. But when I talk Venus, I was talking to another astrologer one of these days, and to more accurately understand Venus, I've looked at it as attachments. Okay, now I want you to hear me out. When I say attachments, what do I mean? I mean us being attached to what we value is oftentimes a very accurate representation of um, Venus. I'm trying to see if I get my lighting right, or it was all right over here, right? No, I liked it like this. I don't really like that thing in my face, that big bright ass light. Um, so attachments. Venus is one of the things I think. I think attachments. I thank you guys for your votes. I thank you for your thumbs up. I appreciate you. I see you. Um, Now, I want to give you some real life examples, okay? Because I'm here to help you to alleviate suffering. And it's like, I'm not here to just talk heebie jeebie nonsense. I'm going to give you real life examples. I'm going to pull pretty much I'm going to work with a past, a present, and a future energy, okay, with these cards as well. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these in the meanwhile while I explain what's happening with this Venetian energy. Today I got the zebra, so I gotta be honest. One of the things it stands for is travel, and I've been getting a turtle a lot, taking adventures. And tomorrow I'm flying out to San Diego, and this is really cool because during this Venus retrograde, you're gonna notice that themes from the past are pulling up, like any retrograde. The difference between a Venus retrograde and like a Mercury retrograde, which is going to happen on January 14th, Mercury retrograde until February 3rd. All right, mark your calendars. Mercury is exalted in Aquarius. So this retrograde coming in Aquarius is going to be January 14th, and it will move on to February 3rd. It is exalted there. So it does really well in Aquarius. However, it's still a retrograde. So Aquarius is I know. So everything you know, as soon as January 14th comes up, just as a forehead, I said a forehead, just as a foreshadow looking forward of what might happen during that retrograde. Let me see. I can't even see. I wanted to make this mention before I keep going. I'm running a free jazz concert with Alessandro Barrera. He's an Italian musician. All right. He's coming actually, again, he's literally living in Italy. I met him there. I had a whole Italian mafia dinner with him and his family, and it's pretty cool. I was actually really excited about it. So we were supposed to run this during before quarantine started. Okay, before quarantine started, I had him coming to a seminar that I was running in Denver, Colorado, and obviously quarantine hit, COVID hit, so we had to cancel it. But this guy now, we're going to use the power of the internet. We're going to have this emotional freedom concert. It's going to be live. I'm going to be casting this live on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to be having, right now we have 4 people in it. It's free to join. I want to let you know that up front. It is free to join. And we're going to be working on emotional release. We will do some sound healing, me and my sound bowl, but I'm going to be doing it more intentionally. Okay. Doing some mantra, some chanting. I'm going to be adding in the breath work. It's a free jazz concert that you guys definitely do not want to miss. And it ends, or it starts on the day that the retrograde ends. Okay. It literally starts on the day, January 29th, that the Venus retrograde, what we're talking about right now, ends. It's actually also the same day as a very dear friend of mine's birthday. And this person actually has really inspired me recently. Her birthday coming up. She's really recently inspired me to get back into my book. Okay, I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm talking all things Venus retrograde, right? So if you're a Scorpio rising, you're talking publishing, you're talking communication, we're talking writing. Okay, but I'm not going to go too deep into the forecast. I have individual forecasts out there on my channel, so I'm not going to spend too much extra time there, because you can check my channel if you want to know. Look for your rising sign. Anybody that needs that, just drop the message in the link if you're live, and I'll go ahead and just send that to you. It can be searched as well. You could probably tell I'm coming out here high energy, baby. I'm really excited. I've been resting. I've been recuperating. I've been balancing my schedule out. You have a full moon coming up in Cancer. All right. We just had this new moon in Capricorn, which is the workhorse, but Cancer is the opposite. And it's like, yo, take care of your emotional world. If you don't, I'm going to show you how powerful I am. Okay. And Cancer is not the sign you want to mess with. Cancer, Rihanna is Rihanna a Cancer? Or does she have a Cancer moon? I think she's an Aries with a Cancer moon, or she's a Cancer with an Aries moon. I forget. Rihanna and Chris Brown, I remember how that situation worked out and they got into that physical altercation? Yeah, both of them had Cancer placements. And when I looked up the chart, I think one of them had a Mars in Cancer. It might be Chris Brown with a Mars in Cancer. And it's like, yo, you piss off a Cancer, you're liable to get fucked up. So I laugh about that, because this Cancer new moon is what it's saying on this retrograde, because it's happening during the Venus retrograde. It is telling us that if we do not balance our work life and our home and our private life, you're gonna get fucked up. The same way Chris Brown, Rihanna, and I don't really make it funny. I mean, it's so long ago now, so I am joking about it. Like, it's just real. I mean, obviously, I'm not promoting physical violence, but with that being said, I want to give a real life example of what that can look like. So I see I got 3 people in here right now. I appreciate you tremendously for those thumbs up. Comment anything. Join that free link, this workshop, this emotional jazz concert. This is going to be your card for the past. Wow. This was the first card for the past. Okay, that's a spirit card. That is a card. What that tells me, without even getting even deeper into it, this is the Sea Serpent card. Okay. I'm going to read it from the book as well. This is Sea Serpent card. And the Sea Serpent basically says, maybe I will turn the light on, because I hate lights, but whatever. We're going to just do it today. We're going to do it for the love of the people. The Sea Serpent card, what this tells me without looking any further is, this is the card I pulled for the past. All right. This is collective for everybody. This is the intention I set behind these cards. When I look about the past right now, what this says to me is, there are things out of control. Okay. Whenever you get a spirit card, it's basically saying that these things are beyond human control, okay? Beyond free will, beyond what you consciously can even comprehend of. Well, why did that person break up with me? Okay, we're talking Venus retrograde, right? Why did that person break up with me? Why did I have to pay that bill? Usually a lot of time when we're complaining about some shit, it's like, why, right? So what this card tells me is things needed to come to a full completion in the past. This is the first thing I get without reading any further. This is the card from the past. And the next one I have, whoa, this is the first time. Speaking of the devil, like I said, my friend's birthday is on the 29th. Speaking of the devil, this is her favorite card. This is the present. To be honest, the first time I've ever pulled that card for the present. So I do not know what it is, but I'm going to read and let you know. And this is the future. This is what we can look forward to. I do know this card, and this card speaks for fun. All right. So during this Venus retrograde, what it's telling me is, okay, this is a picture that I have so far. In the past, things had to come to a close, had to come to an end. You might not have understood, but when the snake kind of bites its tail, you have the sea serpent card 1111 on screen. What this tells me off the rip is, it's like when the snake bites its tail, it's like rebirth. Okay, you had to go through a rebirth process. You had to go through the death. You had to go through the annoying discrepancies with business partners, with love relationships, with the things that you valued. This is what this card is kind of telling me. All those things that had to come to an end, it's absolutely okay, baby. I see you guys saying money, money, money on the votes. Go ahead and take your vote. Because I'm not gonna lie, on this chart, money, money, money has been the thing for me. But it's starting to transfer into love. All right. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's starting to transfer to love. Everybody love, love. I see 34 on screen. Been fucking stalked by this number. And travel is another one. So I can't even tell you. I put all four of those votes because I value all of them. The future, why these things had to come to a close, okay, for this Venus retrograde, and why things had to go backwards. And you had to have old people pull up on you. You had to have old relationships. How many of us? I want you to type in the chat if you're brave enough. How many of you have had an ex partner pull up on you during this Venus retrograde in Capricorn? And if you haven't had them pull up yet, I promise you, you're going to have two retrogrades happening at the same time. I promise you, in Mercury retrograde on January 14th, one of these motherfuckers is going to pull up. Like, I kid you not. Like, I kid you not. So this is telling me during this retrograde, as part of the past, when things had come to an end, I want you to feel your body. Okay. This is a key thing. When you talk Capricorn energy, you have to feel all earth signs, Cap, Virgo, and Taurus, their intuition, their psychic powers, okay, their ability to just know, it comes from having a bodily sensation. So I want you to check in your own personal astrology chart and see where does Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo sit for me? Because that's where you're going to know when bodily sensations are saying, this is ugly, or oh, I feel bad, or oh my God, I feel so alive and so enlivened, and I'm experiencing so much joy. I have rainbows bursting out of my belly. Okay, these are like, that belly would probably tell me something like cancer. All right, but that's a whole nother story. Um, it tells me all those things had to happen, and you're going through the retrograde so that you can enjoy the fun moments of life, to just take it off and take it down a notch, and not worry about work so much, and not worry about your shadow work so much, and not worry about honestly anything. Just take a break. Okay, this is what this is telling me. So for the present moment, I got to check and refer to my book about the whale. I'm going to let you guys know what this is because I don't. It is a water card. All right, I will let you know that, which often talks about emotions. Like I said, that Cancer full moon that's coming up is going to be all about emotions, honestly, and making sure as it comes to full completion that we have our emotional well-being in check. And a lot of time that's going to happen by checking our values during this Venus retrograde and our attachment to our emotional partners. Okay. Ooh, I might have just knocked somebody in a jaw on that one. What's going on? Their emotional partners. Okay, Yanni. You look like spam, Yanni. I can't lie to you. And I'll report that ass. I will do it. Um, what do you call it? So our attachment. So you might, if you're in a relationship right now, you might feel like your partner's being really clingy, like they need you more than you feel comfortable with. And now my question is, Are you speaking up to that person? Are you letting that person know, hey, look, right now, I need a little bit more space because this clinging that you're doing right now, it's suffocating me. Are you letting your people know that? And are you also on the opposite side? If you're the one suffocating, are you just taking a second to be mindful, to ask yourself, why do I feel so attached to this person in this moment? Why can't I balance my emotions for myself and separate my emotions from their emotions? Right? This is a big empath thing, right? Empath. This word nowadays. It's like, you know, an empath isn't supposed to just take responsibility for the emotional world and all the problems of the person that they're dating, the person they love, or a family member you care for. If you're an empath, a healer, that's not your job. I have to really admit this for myself as well. It's not my job to people that I work with, clientele, or even the friends that I just meet up with. It's not my job to take so much responsibility for their world, for their emotional troubles, for the damage that they're doing to themselves. It's not your job as an empath. It's not your job on the other side listening to this to take care of your mom's feelings to a point where you have to neglect and dishonor yourself. This is what a Venus retrograde will really help you and teach you about. And today we're going to talk love and relationships. So, you know, the whale, which is really the present moment, all right? The present moment says we all have a desire to delve deeper. Oh yeah. It's profound peace and ancient wisdom. So everybody wants peace. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know too many people that, we do get these patterns of being addicted to chaos, but oftentimes it's like it's a programming that really we didn't choose it. You know what I mean? Like it chose us. And then we just decided to stick with it. Right. And this is why this past card of the sea serpent had to come up, which is when the snake bites its tail, it's like talking rebirth. This is the past of all of us collectively watching this right now. I thank you guys for your thumbs up and stuff. That's dope. You guys rock. Um, this is the present, talking about delving deeper, okay? The desire for it, for peace, and using the ancient wisdom. Wow, present moment. Look at this. I knew it. I'm dope. Okay, here we go. And this is what I want you to say. If you're watching this, I want you to literally replay or lie. I want you to literally say, I'm dope. If you're actually in here, I want you to type it in the chat or even on afterwards. I want you to type, I'm dope as fuck. Or you could just type, I'm dope AF. Or you could just type, I'm dope. Because, all of this starts. We talking love, you talking money, you talking relationships. Where does it start? It starts with us being present with how fucking cool we are. This is something that is non-negotiable. Okay, it's non-negotiable for you not to think you're anything less than fucking dope. You should really believe, I hope you do, that you're just dope. I'm telling you, if you haven't told yourself in a long time and nobody else told you, you're dope. You're so dope. You're so dope for watching me on this channel. You're so dope for supporting. You're so dope for loving yourself, listening to this because you're potentially inspired. And you're like, I don't want to be gloomy and just soaking around over, spoiled milk. This is the past right here. If we do not find ourselves letting go of these cycles, okay, and accepting that there's better on the other side in the eye of the storm. Look at that. I just got that. In the eye of the storm, there's better on the other side. Sometimes we have to shed our skin, okay? And sometimes shedding our skin requires us to accept that at this new level you are ascending to, which is what's happening. You're ascending, okay? Capricorn, and this Venus in Capricorn retrograde, you're ascending up the public ladder for how you show up in the world. By the time this retrograde finishes in Venus, you're going to show up in the world a brand new person. To be honest, you probably feel like that right now, which is where the present moment comes in. And it says this card represents profound emotional health and stability. It's what I feel we're all working to in the present moment. Especially as we move up on that Cancer full moon, January 17th to the 18th, depending on where you are in the world. I know I have an audience somewhere here and there. While personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, they have overcome many challenges in their life. These experiences have enriched them, giving them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces. And I'm going to talk feminine and masculine energy today, ladies and gentlemen. We got to have that female male talk. I'm not going to lie to you. To the feminine forces of compassion and communication, this is love. We can depend on the well personalities when all else seems lost and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When we are out of balance, the four things you want to look, this is all of our present energy, you're going to probably feel heavy and you slip into old stories. Now, Venus retrograde is literally story time, babies. This is story time. Like it's stories of our love life. It's stories about how we don't show up for ourselves. I put the tag on this, raise the price. This is a time for you to say, look, the bounty on my head, y'all better raise the price because honestly, you're disrespecting me by not throwing the price up because I'm raising the price. And if you really believe that, okay, our values have to do with our beliefs. Venus is representing values. Our attachment to the values that we have. This is what this says. When you're out of balance, you're slipping into old stories. Wow. I swear to God, I'm magical. When you're in balance, you're feeling calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. You're feeling calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. If you're feeling calm, steady, and deeply compassionate, I want you to literally type that in the chat real quick. I want you to type calm, steady, and deeply compassionate if that's what you feel. Okay. And if it's not what you feel, it's okay. How you bring this into balance is regular self care. So this is Venus retrograde. Like this is the present moment. I swear to God, this is a Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde is self care. I literally believe I put that as one of the points in the discussion that I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm positive I did. So here is number la 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 la. How y'all doing today, yo? I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling alive. Okay. So yeah, my first I'm gonna type this here. This is my first point that I wanted to cover, right? The first point here is one, are you valuing the relationship with self, yourself, during this Venus retrograde in Capricorn? That's the first thing I said. And this card, the present moment, said self-care. I see you. I see you, miss. This complexing being for life. I see you. Okay, what we got? Calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. I love it. And I thank you for that. I honestly really, really do because, that is the power. Personal opinion, that's the power. It's like, yo, what the heck? Why are they making me report and do all this extra stuff? Blah, blah, blah. Um, yo, I see you guys voting money, money, money on mine. Calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. And that is the feminine energy we want to be. Honestly, it's the feminine energy. It's where we want to be. It's like this whale card. Self care doesn't really come, in my personal opinion, from the masculine energy within us. Okay, it does come more from the feminine energy. The feminine energy is really where we rejuvenate. Okay, and on one end of the spectrum of feminine energy has a lot of things, some of those being chaos and destruction, which are beautiful. Okay, this is chaos and destruction. You have to kill something in order for something new to be reborn. This is the past. This is the beginning of the retrograde, and it will soon be the end. This is telling us self care, okay? And this otter is now telling us to have fun. This is the past, present, future. I want to let you know how to bring the otter energy where we're all walking to in the future. How do we bring that into balance and to recognize when it's out of balance? Because I believe these things are really, really important. To know the shadow and to know the opposite. I'm feeling so much better these days. Hell yeah. I feel alive. Hell yeah. And well. Hell yeah, Miss Complex. I see you. So grateful today. Hell yeah. I was watching Deepak Chopra and it's like today, literally, I watched like 2, 3 videos of him and he's speaking about like reinventing your body. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, these are the bodies. Okay, Earth, it's our earthly pleasures, our earthly essence, right? And it's like the body is not even a physical thing. Yes, sure, I can put my finger here and it stops, right? It stops on my body. However, we're so much more than a body. We're so much more than our mind, right? Scientifically speaking, we're actually like stardust. Like I'm being very, very honest. I'm not going to spend the time to try to explain this. I'm not the scientist. I actually was a scientist and I can't explain it, but it's not my specialty. So I'm not going in that avenue. You look up Deepak Chopra, you talk about reinventing the body. For simplicity, let's just trust the simple lesson of, you know, um, you are what you eat. Okay. And this includes your thoughts. What are the thoughts that you're eating? Okay. I had to wake up earlier today than usual, and I had to get moving. And I usually don't move this fast, right? So I took the hit. I had a little less hours of sleep, but I woke up earlier because I still had to keep my rituals up. I had to take care of my body because I know that I had a very big day today. Right now, this live is a bonus. This was not on the schedule. I'm doing it off of pure extra overflowing energy. If you notice, I haven't been able to do lives very much lately. This retrograde is slowing me down a little bit, and it's helping me to just pause and be grateful. Okay. This otter, this is the future we're all walking towards. All right. This is now telling me, as you look at this, look how happy that guy looks. This is unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Who doesn't want that? Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck. This card represents absolute bliss, the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. This is that inner child work, baby. Y'all hear me right now? Listen, yo, they have a giddiness and a reverence for life. I heard Miss Complicated Being for Life say that, and for life itself, without the presence of doubt. Ooh, just had this conversation earlier. Without the presence of worry. Ooh, worry is one of the links to all disease. One of them. By Dr. Sebi's teachings, it is mucus, okay? But worry produces more mucus. Y'all see how that works? Everything is one. Or the presence of skepticism. Let that shit go. Imagine yourself with a little more of the otter energy, a little more playful, right? What would life look like if you decided to be a little more playful? If you decided to really tap into this future energy coming for us, all right? These retrogrades will end on the 29th. Venus retrograde will finish. And on February 3rd, Mercury retrograde will finish. But right now, we are in two retrogrades. It's telling us to slow the fuck down. The outer card begs these questions and wants us to transport to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. I'm pulling up in San Diego tomorrow, and I used to live there 4 years ago. I left 3 years ago, and I'm looking at my values, right? I was working a bartending job. I had, at that time, living in San Diego 3 years ago, I left, right? And I was working a bartending job. I had personal training clients on the beach. I had another group of 8 people. I was life coaching in a group of 8, and then I also was delivering pizza. And I look at my bank account with all those jobs, and then I look at my bank account today, and I kid you not, I'm rocking the same energy, but things are different. I'm embracing ease. I'm not working 4 jobs. I got one job. YouTube is a part of that one job. I got some other one-on-one coaches on the side, and I'm working. I'm doing some retreats throughout every year. I'm doing retreats 1 to 2 times a year. I'm planning the next one now, but it's all one job, and that job is me. Okay, so Venus retrograde. These are the moments that allows me to pause on my work, slow down, doing a couple less fewer lives here and there, and just taking more time to care for myself. Okay, taking more time to be fun, taking time to say, look, like, you know what? Great. I'm gonna pull back up to San Diego. It's 3 years later. Fuck yes. Glam, are you out in LA? I'm coming to San Diego, baby. I think you're in LA, and it'd be dope to meet. And so it's like, let me know if you're in LA because we could talk that talk. We could see what's up. It'd be nice to meet you. I love meeting. I'm meeting, like, at least right now, I know I'm meeting 5 people in California who I've never met before. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. And I booked extra time just to meet people, just to chill out, to enjoy the beach. I need to get my ass in the water. Okay. I need to relax. Your boy been working hard. And it's so beautiful. This Venus retrograde is saying, raise the price, baby. It's helping us value our worth. Okay. Do you value yourself? I want you to just say, yes, I do in the chat. There's 5 people in here. Let me get 5 thumbs up on that chat. And let me hear you just type in, yes, I do. If you value yourself, okay? If you value your worth, if you need a pay raise, you're requiring that pay raise, I want you to say, yes, I do. If you're requiring more stable, loving, fun relationships that allow you, even in the mundane parts of relationship, to just be so grateful for that love, even and then to take more risk in love, I want you to just say, yes, I do. You deserve it. You deserve it. Hell yes. Elvira, I see you. Hell yes. Ashley, I see you. Woo, Glam, I see you. I didn't see your question up top. I'm feeling so much better these days. Hell yes. Everybody's feeling so much better these days. I feel so light. I gotta quote my boy Ralph Smart for a second. What a time to be alive, baby. Oh, the energy through the airwaves. Yes, I do. I want all the neighbors to hear me. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want. I want to hit the whole world to take some of this excess flowing energy and understand that with this Venus retrograde, this is excess flowing energy, right? Like, I had to take days out. I haven't been able to go live as much. I haven't been able to do as much. I've been doing all backdoor things. I'm having to take care of my backdoor things. But it's like, as a part of that, I promise you, I want everybody right here, right now, to type in the chat one thing that you're grateful for. I want you to type one thing you're grateful for. For me right now, the gratitude is coming into 4 years ago, I was working 4 jobs. 4 jobs. And that's not even the most. I've worked 6 jobs at one point in my life. That was at one point in my life. Okay. That was not sustainable, obviously. But I was working 4 jobs for a year in California. Okay. When I first got there to make sure I paid all my bills. It was a very fruitful time. And now I'm working one job. And I look at how many hours I work now. Okay. And it's like 4 hours a day. All right. I'm working like 4 hours a day. And the other like 4 hours that I'm working is literally on myself, okay? Literally reading books. I'm literally sitting here talking to, this is Starfire, this is Petra back here, this is Bambi. I'm talking to my babies, okay? I'm sitting here, I'm doing my own readings, right? I'm like, the other 4 hours of my day is for me, okay? It's for me. So it's like to take these 4 jobs working in California to survive and thrive, but a lot of fucking work, okay? No time to even spend the money. All right? Like literally, like no time to do shit but pay the bill and rest. Okay? Literally. And buy myself a bottle of tequila and go drink some at home. Not even going out. That was what I had the time for during that time frame working those 4 jobs. Okay. And now I get to, with all that hard Capricorn type work, okay, this is retrograde bringing us back in the past. Okay, this is bringing us back in the past. All that Capricorn hard work up the ladder. I now work one job. And I'm very fucking happy with that one income. Coming from different sources, sure, but it's all coming from me. Listen, I see 6 thumbs up. I see your votes. I see people talking money, money, money. I see people voting in the chat saying love, baby. I'm not gonna lie. I was in the money, money, money part, and I've now shifted to the love, baby. Okay. The food, is just always going down. Okay. Travel is happening tomorrow. So it's like my big focus is on love, baby. And I'm telling you, because one of the things that I value as a part of the Venus retrograde that's been really hitting me is family. Okay. I'm literally starting to think less for just myself, and I'm starting to think for my unborn family. And I recently been having like 3 to 4 different conversations talking about my unborn children, talking about my woman who's not here yet, but who will be, who I know is also attracting me, who's also magnetically working on herself to polarize towards me the way I am. And it's like, I know you out there, baby girl. I know you out there, baby girl. Come on, I'm reeling that ass in, baby. I'm reeling that ass. Who feeling that good ass piranha, baby? My boy Ralph, yo. Slow motion to this side. I see 5 votes came in. The energy is amazing. Grateful for my life. I'm going 180. Hell yeah. You mean you're going 180 miles on the highway? Because I'm down for that too, baby. I'm in Aries. I'm like, let's go. Let's hit it. That said, where we at? Yes, baby. Exponential growth. Yes, baby. I see you, Ashley. I'm loving the energy. What's up, Tammy? How you doing, baby girl? Glam, a peace of mind in the midst of a heartbreak and disappointment. You know what? And I feel you, because retrogrades will bring those disappointments. They will bring those heartbreaks. And let me ask, what's the source of a disappointment? And this is a part of what I think the retrograde is helping us to understand as well. What is the source of a disappointment? The source, in my personal opinion, of a disappointment was an expectation. Now, this is tough, right? Because I don't think we should just like only walk the earth and never have expectations. Because we do. We'd be lying if we said we don't. I think we'd be lying if we said that we don't ever have any expectations. Even when they're hush hush and they're quiet and we acting like we don't have expectations, but we do, it's still gonna hurt all the same, right? And so that heart's still gonna break all the same. And so what I am saying is to balance out that, you know what, I think it's absolutely okay to have some expectations, but as long as we communicate those expectations, I think the game changes. Okay, I think if we could, like, because in love, when we're talking about values, we're talking love, right? Venus is a planet of love, the Venetian planet. We're talking Taurus. Taurus is a very sensual planet. You're talking Libra on the opposite side of Venus. Venus is like I want a partner at all costs, okay? To the point where it got 19 motherfuckers on speed dial. It's like, you broke up? Okay, I got 15 more. Bye, bitch. And it's like, okay, bye. And it's like they got endless, right? So on the opposite, you got Taurus, more like, I'm a one woman man, I'm a one male man. And it's more like, it's all about sensuality. Okay, the planet of love, Venus, all about sensuality. And it's like, what I'm saying is I see 8 people in here. I want to see 8 thumbs up on this screen. Thank you. And so what I'm saying is, you know, I think it's okay to have the expectations communicated, to have the values that you have communicated, to recognize that values, when we talk about planet Venus, Venus is not talking about just about values, it's talking about attachments. Okay. This talks attachment styles. This talks just attachments to food. Okay. This talks attachments. I thank you guys for those 2 extra thumbs up. I thank you for those votes. We're talking attachments. The attachments that we have is what we value. You feel me? The attachments that we have is what we value. So you can type in, somebody give me some examples in here. Where's your Venus placement? And I'll try to give you some live examples. If you drop your Venus placement in your own personal astrology chart and the house that it sits in, I'm going to go ahead and just give you some free game on how this may be impacting you. And if you could do another one up, you can drop your rising sign in there. And I'll be able to, like, these 8 people in here, because you're live in here with me, Venus and Cap. Okay, let's talk that talk. Let's talk that talk. Ashley, you're the first one on the gun. Let's do it. I only give what I expect out of life. Respect is what I give. Good. So you should get respect. And understand that, you know, when I said raise the price on this thumbnail coming in, understanding too, right? When we give respect, when respect is not given back, you cut that motherfucker. You cut that motherfucker off. I don't care if it's a woman, it's a man. Okay? You cut that. You cut that. I can't tell you how many text messages, and I never was this guy. I had to learn my lessons. I've been deleting numbers. I had to go through. Okay, I had to be real honest with myself, and I had to be like, look, what are these lingering relationships? What are these lingering relationships that, okay, I'm in a relationship, I break up, and then now I want to start texting other relationships, or I'm wishing somebody would text me, and so boom, I asked for it, and now they come in, and all these lingering ass relationships who ain't trying to give me nothing real, who ain't really respecting my time, who ain't really respecting my energy, who ain't really respecting my craft, who ain't really respecting my, I'm gonna just go dot 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 dot, right? I just said delete, 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 delete. I never thought I was gonna be that guy. I promise you, I never thought I was gonna be that guy that would delete numbers. Now I'm the same guy who I never thought was gonna be like, who the hell is this? And I'm sitting here, and mind you, I mean, the last 3 years I've been out of the country, so all these numbers are just like different country codes too. So I'm like, I got lingering energies from so many different places in the world, and they pulling on me. I was allowing them to suck me fucking dry. They were pulling on me, but I was allowing that shit. And now it's not even just 1, it's not even 2, it's not even 3, right? And so it's like, instead, I started to learn how to enjoy the pleasure of not getting drained by succubus who I ain't even know were still on my joint, right? Like, and I had to also accept my role where I allowed them to play there. I allowed them to sit there and want to milk. Okay. I literally would sit there and respond back as if nothing was wrong, as if I was perfectly cool, as if they didn't disrespect me, as if they didn't deserve my time, or as if they did deserve my time. I was just acting like what the fuck, P? I had to really have that conversation with myself. And as I did that, look at this fucking joy coming out of me. Look at this goddamn energy. I just want to just take a little bit. Too much. It's overflowing, baby. You can have it. All right, let me reel it back in. Let me keep a little bit more. Listen, I'm hot today. Ooh, I'm hot, baby. Okay. Venus and Cap was the first. I do understand I'm a little all over the place, so forgive your boy, but I'm on fire. All right, Venus and Cap. I actually should have asked you if I could have went by your rising signs, because I know the forecast more accurately for the rising. The Venus, I think I do for the Venus as well. But please give me a rising sign. It does help me to understand your Cat because I can kind of cross analyze it and get it more precise, so it helps. But the rising is actually more important. So drop your rising sign, and then I can give you more of a personal. So sorry about that, Ashley. When I see your rising, I'll do you next. Right now, I see Lily, who's a Libra rising. What up, Lily? How you doing, girl? What's going on with Venus and Mercury in the sixth? So what I see, I've been running a rumor. I've been running a rumor that Mercury in the sixth likes to shop at local shops in their community. They like to have that store owner that they like, hey Jimmy, what's going on? No, nothing, man. And they might go shop there more often and not just out of habit, out of routine. To also build a relationship with that person. Let me know if that's true for you. Okay. And I see you having a Venus, so it's a value, right? So Libra risings, Libra, you're activated in the fourth house during this retrograde. So did a report on this, and so I like how that's going to affect you and your values. You're talking, you and your private life. All right. So Libra risings are very social signs. So you let me know if this is accurate or not. Libra rising, very social sign. You're starting to recognize the value of keeping some of the social contact distant, behind the scenes, more private, spending that time and energy potentially on your family members, potentially even with your mom, taking that extra time with her, or if you're more on the spiritual side, there's gonna be a placement for your ancestors. So you let me know that's kind of accurate, and this is really where this place. I see. Thank you guys for that thumbs up. So you let me know if that was accurate, and if I can kind of elaborate on that. And you had a Venus and Mercury, but where was your Venus? What placement? But I do know it was in the sixth, right? So this then also tells me that the time you take away from these social connections during this Venus retrograde is actually going to help you to get very clear on how you want to improve your health and how you want to improve your mental status, okay? By implementing some rituals, by implementing some daily habits. So that's for my Libra rising. I see a Venus in Scorpio. What up, baby girl? Venus and Scorpio, baby girl. I think people be trying to play you. Don't let them play you. Don't let them play you. That's that deep ass love. Okay? That's that soul connected love. That's that I kill you love. Okay. Venus in Aquarius in the 11th house, Aries rising. So yeah, definitely give me your rising signs because I can go more off of that. So Tammy, if you can drop your rising, I'll come back. All right, Aries rising. Aries, you making money, baby. Elvira Hernandez. Yes, you making money, girl. You making money. You making money. You making money. You likely got a new job, and if you didn't get a new job, you got a brand new ass promotion after this Capricorn new moon on January 2nd, right? And it's like, yo, shit's looking real good. Okay, what I want to tell you is to value your privacy along this time. During this retrograde, value your privacy. You're gonna show up very different than you used to show up on the public stage, and people are gonna see you fucking glowing, baby girl. They really, really will. I am in Aries, okay, so it's affecting you more than it's affecting me. But I can tell you that like my career has hit shifts. I talked about it in the beginning, like my vote prior to today was money, money, money. It shifted to love, baby. But it's like that was coming partially from this Aries part of me being impacted, right, from my sun sign. So what I'm telling you is for the rising, you should have got a raise. If you didn't get a raise, this Venus retrograde is actually telling you to value yourself, to say, I need a book. I need a book. I need a book for this one. I need actually. Hey, get my money. You know what I'm saying? You ever had that Rihanna? It's like remember that Rihanna song? Bitch, better have my money. This is kind of where I see right now for the Aries rising, where you ain't necessarily fully gotta be loud about it like that, but you gotta be direct. You do gotta be you, okay? You do gotta rise into the courage of the Aries, right? If you're courageous enough to ask for it, you're likely enough to get it. That's what I want to say for you, baby girl. Congratulations on that raise. Let me know how that went. Venus and Cap, Ashley. Rising Scorpio. Scorpio risings. So I'm a Scorpio rising. So this covers me and Glam. If Glam is still in here, you have a Venus in Cap, second house. Wow. Yeah, baby girl. Yes, baby girl. One more time. Get the money. Yo, first off, everybody getting money during Venus retrograde season. There's so much money out there right now. I mean, on one side is unfortunate for the fact that like the world is really unbalanced from a economical standpoint, right? Because so many people are getting so much money, but at the same time, really value the money you get and recognizing that everybody not getting the money that you're getting. I thank you guys for those thumbs up. I see 9 people in here. Let me get 9 thumbs. That's 8, baby. Give me one more. Haha. So what I want to say for your Scorpio rising, I'm a Scorpio rising. I could tell you personally how this is playing out. Okay. Third house, you're talking now. Third house for the Scorpio rising, you're talking writing, okay? Communication is going back. This is kind of affecting you and I and all the Scorpio risings, kind of like a Mercury retrograde, okay? Because it's in that third house related to the Mercury being Gemini on that side. So it's kind of related to a Mercury retrograde. And I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty interested to see for Scorpio risings how this play out once Mercury in Aquarius goes retrograde January 14th until February 3rd. I'm curious how that plays out on another level because that's exactly, I think, the day I get back from my vacation as well. So for Scorpio rising, what I want to tell you, Ashley, first off, I fuck with you because you're a Scorpio rising, so I fuck with all y'all. Scorpio risings, gang, gang. Okay, but I've seen two other people. One, I know a guy with a trucking company. Okay, so third house is talking transportation. He owns a trucking company, and right now, during his Venus retrograde, I actually believe one of his trucks broke down. Okay, transportation. One of his trucks broke down, but it happened. I was telling him I had this astrology, this AstroTherapy session with him one-on-one recently, and I was talking to him in his chart about why that actually happened. Is because where he had his Saturn at, which is also in the challenge of third house Aquarius for him, and so it's like he know that he needed to, let's say, do the oil change, but he didn't do it. Now his truck broke, the one truck he has, his trucking company, and I told him, look, the way his particular places worked out, third house for him in his retrograde was saying, look, so that before I give you your rewards and give you 5 more trucks out of abundance because you've been working hard, I need to break this one down, okay, so that you can um, be prepared to handle the 5 extra blessings I'm going to give you up front. This is the past. This is the past, the card I put in the past. There's some endings, there's some rebirths. So when we go on a retrograde, we're going to step back about what we had to go through. I need to have you guys look in your phone real quick at your phone. I want you to look for pictures from the dates of July 9th. July 9th. Fuck, what day? I said the day, July 9th, 3 days prior, 3 days after. And I want you to see your pictures from that time frame. And you're going to see how this retrograde is impacting you. And before I go any further, I'm going to finish Scorpio rising. I have to say, fucking thank you all. Thank you all for pouring into my passion. Okay. I love to talk. This is third house Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio as well. I'm a Scorpio rising, but I love to talk, but I hate to talk. I love to talk, but I hate having to show up in any fake way, right? So it's like, you know, Scorpio risings, what we had to do is we had to go through with this in the past. We had to go through like we always do. So this is just what we do. Okay, we fucking gangsters. All right, literally grim reapers out this bitch, angels of light. All right, literally angels of purity. We literally transmute light. So I think people get this twisted with Scorpio risings. We transmute light. Leo transmutes the dark. Okay, Leo transmutes the dark projections that come on to us. It internalizes it, and then it, with the heart of the sun, it solar plexus in its passion and sacral chakra energy then cultivates that dark and it turns it into light inwardly, and then it shines so bright to other people. Scorpio rising, they transmute the light, okay? The pure star dust energy, okay? We are literally star creatures, right? We're literally just dust and particles, and I'm not even a physical thing. This is just a whole other level of like imagination, and that got us to that point. I see 88 on screen. 888, baby. Everybody get money. I bless everybody on this live right now. Go get money. You deserve it. You deserve it. All right. So, how that works out for me, I am going to San Diego, third house, writing. I'm diving back into finishing with commitment my book. Today, I mapped out really, again, I had to get really back in touch. Retrograde, Venus retrograde, third house for Scorpio rising. I had to get back in touch with why and what is the purpose of this book? Who the hell am I talking to deliver this book to? And all of that now, going back is so significant to go back to San Diego, where my journey began before I left the United States 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Okay, 4 years ago, I went there, I lived for a year, I left 3 years for the last 3 years. And to value myself, my light, okay, to transmit my own light so that I then can go ahead and fight off these dark forces cultivated on the inside. So this is for my Scorpio rising. Who was that? Elvira? No, she's an Aries rising. This is Ashley O'Hara. So I hope that helped, baby girl. Go get your money. Okay? Go get your money. I want everybody on here to go get your fucking money. You deserve it. All right, here we go. Tammy, I wrote a lecture, story of my life. Bang, going very well. Hell yeah. Okay, were you a Scorpio rising as well? Ashley, love and blessings. Hell yeah, Glam Diva. Yup, I love when y'all get together like that. 100% on the Android light. Yes. 888. Yes. Scorpio rising, new person. Gang. Stardust energy. Oh, I'm getting so wet right now. Okay, San Diego has very powerful energy. Have a great time there. Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. I'm going back there. I decided to commit to it. I closed my entire calendar down. You can't even book my schedule anymore. I think I don't know when I close it down to, but it's definitely closed all San Diego. I'm gonna go have some fun. I'm gonna go write. I'm gonna go love what I love, and writing is one of them. I'm gonna go put all that light out there on the paper. Any of the rising signs starting a new job next Monday, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Lily, since you're a Libra rising, I'm curious, are you starting that new job from home? And that's more like from a astrology curiosity standpoint. 'Cause I know you had a fourth house transit for the Libras. So I like to have these real life things happening. We celebrating popping bottles, baby. We celebrating popping bottles, baby. I thought about going to grab some tequila, but I left it alone. Libra and Cap, bang. All right, so let me get to the point. I think I want to really while you guys are here, I really want to bring this to the divine feminine and the divine masculine real quick because this has a very critical piece. And I've been talking a lot about this with a lot of people. All right, this is actually point 5, so I skipped forward ahead a little bit. Love red wine, dope. I drank my red wine. It's gone. It's gone. But I'm going to Cali, baby. They got wine over there. Okay. Divine feminine and masculine energy. All right. Will be the themes during that's on your mind. Okay. I'm also talking within myself as a male, divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy. But I got to talk about something real right now. I got to talk about something real right now. I got to talk about something real right now. And you as women, okay, if some of the people on here, Leo rising, we're gonna get you. Secret, I gave you the whole month. Secret, you just got the whole month. I'm gonna give a short glimpse on the Leo rising and the Sag rising. I see you, but you got the whole month. And Secret, by the way, I hope that your court date went really, really well. Okay, I know, what? I hope that jump played out. We already talked, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna spill nothing else. But you know what you know. I have some tequila for you. Bang! I'm dead ass. Pull up out there. When I go to Mexico, tequila is my best friend. So when I go to California, I remember history, and they stole that shit from Mexico. So we about to turn the fuck up. Okay? All right. All right. This is why I tell kids don't watch my channel, because I'm gonna curse. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is who I am. So that said, got some rose. Hey now, got my rose red and my diamonds blue. What's up, Blue Flame? Girl, Blue Flame. What up? What up? What up? What up? All right. So divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Themes on mind during Capricorn retrograde. Okay, this is what I want you guys to really comment and work with me on this. Okay. I have a strong opinion. I see 11 people in here. I want to see 11 thumbs up. I want to say thank you. And I want to say I appreciate you all for your subscriptions. I appreciate you all for blessing this channel, for allowing me to come on here and be so passionate, because I used to be doing shit like this in empty ass rooms, literally. And I would just use it as practice for myself. And I thank you all for just being here. All right. I believe that, let's say from the beginning of time, quote unquote, that's a long time ago, man just knew how to be man. Okay. A man just knew how to be a man. Okay, great. A woman just knew how to be a woman. Okay, great. And then time went along, and then I imagine man abused their power and woman abused her power. Okay. Women learned how to more so, especially with the way history worked out, how to psychologically fuck the shit out of kings, okay, to make them do exactly what they want, but through forms of manipulation and niceness, right? And men overly abuse their power by potentially being physically abusive and going on these domineering power streaks. So eventually, 11 people watching, 11 thumbs up, 11, everybody make a motherfucking wish right now. Make a wish. I got mine out. I got mine out, baby. I got mine out. I don't know if y'all got y'all's out. I got mine out. Feel free to type yours in the chat. So here's what I got. Now, what happened now is time caught up, you get different movements like real life, feminist movements, masculine movements, pride movements, so many movements, right? Where then women in the modern day, they didn't get their coin. Okay, they were undervalued, they were disrespected, they were abused emotionally, physically, spiritually. Okay, if you think about rape, spiritually just violated, right? These things are shitty. And so what had to happen throughout time as we progress now is women needed to step into their own security because men were no longer providing their security, right? They were no longer providing their stability. So they had to go hyperdrive. And women are better at masculine energy, personal opinion, in the expression of it than men. So then now it's like, go get your money, go work that corporate, go get that career, go create your own. Okay, now you don't need the man. All right, so this is what I believe have happened. And in that same time frame, men have become emasculated, not knowing where to be, not knowing where to go, also growing up extremely insecure. I do believe men are growing up really insecure. I'm not going to sit there and stunt like I didn't grow with some insecurities. I really do thank God that my parents really did always tell me like that I'm beautiful and all these other things, like that I'm beautiful, I'm great, I'm doing these amazing things. But I also had to realize what part of my insecurities were linked to their validation. Okay. And I had to separate from the flock and go validate and learn how to be my own angel of light. Okay. As a Scorpio rising, how to be a transmuter of light. So to get back to the point, men became emasculated. Okay, they started being bitch made. They started not knowing how to fucking just hold their own nuts sometimes. Okay, and then it's like now so much into their feelings, which I think was very important. Okay, for men to accept the importance of feminine energy within themselves, for me to accept the importance of feminine energy within myself. So great, new territory we need to explore. Women accepting the masculine energy within themselves, great, new territory they need to explore. Now, what happened? We went like this. We went from balanced to unbalanced to whoop, way off the charts. And now I think we're at this way off the charts moment, men being emasculated, women being overly dominant and reliant on their masculine energy to the point where they no longer know how to be women. And I'm saying this, I understand fully that there are a lot of women on my channel, and I do believe, and I'm going to say it boldly, that women no longer know how to be feminine. They no longer know how to be nurturing. They really they despise being a woman now. It's almost like there's this, they're trapped in their own masculine energy while craving and yearning for the masculine from a man, let's say. They also refuse to let go of that grip to step back into their feminine. Now, on the opposite end, men have overly indulged in their emotions to the point where they no longer know how to be clear. Their purpose is completely fucking obliterated if they ever had it in their lifetime. The direction is completely absent, and they're relying on their women to do everything. And so she does. Because maybe she has kids, she has this, she realizes the importance of having to keep moving forward, which also damages her. And the man is damaged as well. We are both energetically out of balance, men and women. Now, the illusion is the separateness of everything I just spoke on, that all of this shit is separate. That's the entire illusion, okay? That all of us are not one. We have separated our mind from our heart, from our spirit, okay? We don't recognize a difference from a spirit or a soul. These are things that are not taught, so none of us should feel bad. None of us should feel like, oh my God, this sucks, or like, oh my God, like, like all of us were befooled. There's not a black-white thing. It's not a fucking male-women thing. All of this is an illusion for the start. So I need to just throw that out there. But we are still living in this reality. Okay? So let's not negate what I had just said. Men are emasculated in this current stage. Women are overly dominant on their masculine energy. I'm going to check everybody's comments. I haven't had a chance. I'm on a rant right now. Okay? I got to let this shit out. It's been like I'm in my Scorpio shit. I'm like, expose these expose! Ah! Okay. Ah! All right. Okay, so here's what I got now. Now, here's the next shift that I see. I do believe that both of those were important. Okay. I believe they were important because I do believe that, let's say, for example, corporate America, which is more than just corporate America, okay, because we're not going to leave Europe out because I know Europeans and these motherfuckers are the real savages. Let's not forget, but whatever. We're going to call them equal for the time being. Let's say corporate America, we have just become analytical monsters. Okay, we've completely detached from our emotional intelligence. When I say emotional intelligence, I'm talking about the ability to separate our emotions. For me to recognize that, okay, you're depressed right now, but you're depressed, and I am actually not depressed, and so I'm not going to fuse with you to a point where I then cannot differentiate my emotion from your emotion, and then we're both depressed, while maybe you're no longer depressed, but it's because you're siphoning my energy while I'm depressed. And then we're entangled in some bullshit. Okay. So to step away from that, when I say emotional intelligence, what I'm saying is to be able to recognize these are your emotions and these are my emotions. Okay, great. 13 people want to see 13 thumbs up, baby. Thank you all. Okay, so when I say that, I saw somebody say exposed in here. You're making me laugh inside. Okay. So when I say that, what I'm saying is I do believe that men have completely fucked it up, okay, in a way where we forgot that we're human beings. We forgot that we have all have feelings. We forgot that that we all have, that we literally have the power with the amount of wealth that exists in the world to end world suffering, literally, to end world hunger, to reverse global warming, which actually we can't in our lifetimes. Okay, the earth is going to wipe us all out. I want you all to know that. All right, like the earth is going to wipe our ass with tidal waves, hurricanes. Y'all think shit was happening in 2021? What? Wait till you see the 2022 report when you got those two eclipses coming in Taurus. When Uranus is in Taurus, oh yeah, we about to get fucking wiped, baby. Pluto's about to implode over the U.S. I think somewhere near Wisconsin, and there's a volcano over there. We about to get wiped. But that's a whole other story. I ain't gonna talk too much because they might come snatch my ass up. get the fucking feds at the door and shit. All right, so I say that to say that great, men needed, in my personal opinion, to start diving in and trusting their feminine energy. And you know, like all new things, you're gonna dip lower than you needed to go. Same thing with women. You're gonna dip in the masculine lower than you needed or higher than you needed to go. Okay. So now here's what I foresee. And I'm taking this as a personal mission of mine. Okay. This has literally become purpose for me. This is a part of my direction. And I'm saying this coming in as a life path 11, where, like, you know, feminine and masculine energy is pretty much divided directly down the middle. And I was a Cancer 8th house in my past life. Okay. My South Node is Cancer in the 8th house. So it's like I definitely came back with a very nurturing spirit. Okay. Very nurturing, empathetic spirit, where I had to learn when oversharing was not just hurting me, but the people that I loved. And also me, because it was denying the fact that I'm also a triple Aries, a fucking Gemini, an Aquarius, and a Leo in all some of my main placements. Okay. Those are all masculine energies. So it's like I'm taking a personal mission, okay, to rectify the men and stop that pussy shit. Language, okay, maybe I'm offending somebody. I don't care too much, to be honest, but I'm compassionate enough to admit that if I offended you, it's not my intention. But I'm gonna be honest about how exactly I feel about it. Men need to stop being fucking vaginas. They've gone too far. All right. And I'm making it a personal mission to, as a male, to start really talking to males, because men be running away from me, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm considered gay to men, right? Like, literally, I'm considered gay to men. So gay men will love me, and real men, I don't know if I can say real men, gay men will love me, and boys will fucking hate me, literally, because no man wants to understand another man has a greater purpose or a more active purpose. I don't want to say greater because this is not about like one person above or lower. This is not what this is about. But what I want to say is an active purpose, a clear and conscious direction that they're going in life. And I'm telling you, for any men on here, I'm coming to your front door and we're going to whoop that ass. And this is going to be a mental and masculine ass whooping. Okay. It's not going to be physical. We need to get our direction and our purpose in alignment. If we do not, I foresee the world burning in fucking flames. Why? Okay, here's why. Okay, we're about to get into it. Here's why. I wish I could check y'all comments. Y'all flowing in these shits, and I love it. I love it. It's hard. It's hard to hit this spiel. Just let me know if y'all ready to jump out. We never. Yeah, I wish I could read it. When I go through it. When I go through it, I got this last part to tell you, and then we're gonna do the do. Okay. Here's why. Here's why. Now I know I need to, as a male, to know what I'm speaking about you right now. To you right now. Here's why I know that it's really part of my purpose, my direction, because I do believe, and this is opinion, so please correct me, please. Like I'm honestly taking open criticism and constructive feedback. I want to hear this. I do know that there are majority of women. So now I got to get on y'all side. I got to get on y'all side, and I need y'all to help me out. I need y'all to help me out so that I can understand your perspective better. Okay? I need y'all to help me out so I can understand your perspective better. So that when I go talk to men and when I go raise these kings up, that I'm coming with the two-sided information. I am, at the end of the day, not a female. Okay? It doesn't matter if I have a 50-50 feminine masculine understanding. I am still a masculine core. This is just the reality. Okay? Life path 11, this is a double one energy, right? A little unstable. It does equate to the two, which is back to a feminine energy, but it's a double one leadership type energy. So it's like I'm telling you, like, I had to come back into this for myself. And this shit had to get like wake up for me. So here's what I say. Woo, okay, y'all about to start biting my head off. Let's do it. I'm ready for it. Okay. Now, when I now get men back on track with their purpose and their direction, quite frankly, what I understand as the sexiest thing to a female, okay? The sexiest thing to a female is when a male can understand that what she says is not what she means. I had a woman tell me that shit, like, that was a girlfriend of mine's. She told me that shit. How old am I now? Like 31, fucking, I don't even know, like 8 years ago. And I really didn't understand what the fuck she was talking about. She had said no. She's like, well, no didn't mean no. I'm like, well, what the fuck what did this mean? Because to my understanding now, this is how people get, this is how rape happens. Like, you gotta be very clear, especially like this is like in a, I think there's like any sexual interaction. It's like, well, what do you mean no? Because like I'm stopping, I'm pulling back, I'm pulling out. So I want to be honest. Y'all got like women really like understand also how a male mind works. Like it's very clear. Okay, it literally is very clear. It's not emotional. So it's like no generally just means no. Yes means yes. Okay, so I gotta say that because, and I'm saying that from a place of like really wanting to protect our women out there. Honestly, like really, I'm saying that because I want to protect our women. But beyond that point, I think one of the sexiest things for a female is for male to be able to understand the subliminal meanings, understanding that, we don't really want girls, we don't really want women. What I had to learn is we want oracles. I began to look at women at the caliber that I want to attract, the caliber that I want to I consider myself in many ways an oracle. And it's like as a part of that, like I want to attract an oracle for a woman. Now, what do I mean when I say an oracle? Oracles don't talk direct, right? They don't just sit there and say, go take the trash out. They say take the trash out, and what they really mean is, you know what, you're a lazy fuck. They're not even talking about the trash itself. They're like, look, like stop being so fucking lazy. But I'm being kind and nurturing, and I don't want to tell you that you're just fucking lazy, right? This is an oracle in a sense, and just in this specific example, right? They can go so many different examples. That's the one that comes to mind. So it's like, in order for me to attract an oracle, as a male, I do know that males need to have their clear purpose and direction. Where when he then receives the feedback and the words from this oracle of a woman, right? That he's able to take her insight, okay, take her prophecy, take her intuition into account. However, the decision that he makes is not the one that she desires, or the one that she's at least making apparent that she desires. The decision he needs to make, I'm saying from a male standpoint, and feel free to like comment and go in on this, it needs to be his decision. Why do I say that? Okay, because women have not been able to get out of toxic masculinity, an overdrive of I gotta work, I gotta pay the bills, I gotta do the security thing, I gotta provide, I gotta do all these male masculine type traits. She cannot get out of that mentality. She's trapped. The oracles are trapped until she feels safe enough that when she tests her man or her oracle counterpart in a male's body, when she tests him to see, will he change his mind? Will he do what I'm saying I want him to do, even though my mind has changed 15 times since the moment I've told him what I wanted? To then know if he is actually going to be the chariot, to then know if he's going to be literally the chariot, the vehicle that can move the family forward, that can move the mission without falter forward to kingdom come, towards the legacy. Pinpointed. I got my eyes right here. What you say, baby girl? Yes, with full presence, to be able to embrace her with openness, with love, and not insecurities. Okay, which is for men, I do believe, very difficult today. I do believe it is very difficult today for men to not take what a woman says personal, because the reality is, no matter how much we want to pretend as a male in your divine masculine or not, that shit's not being taken personal. Shit be stinging, okay? Right here. Shit stings. This is the truth. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this for myself as well. Shit stings. Now, even though it stings, what males need to understand in this behalf is the understanding of why it stings without a reaction, okay? Because now he's then being back in his emasculated state if he's overly reacting to the sting. And I have done this in my life. Like, I'm fully accepting that this has happened, and I'm also fully accepting that it's part of this Venus retrograde. That shit is done, okay? That shit is not happening. Because, man, how many times are we going to go around the wheel on the same ride before we start to realize that something needs to change? I'm going to tell you right here that this brother has fully accepted that something needs to change, because I want an oracle in my life. In order for me to have an oracle in my life, okay, I need to actually be the magnetic counterpart, the polarized counterpart, which means that I can't be overly in my feminine. Not that I do not accept that I have a feminine essence, and not that I don't accept that I have the ability to tap into that. This is why I think that men needed to go through that dip, become emasculated for a little while, so they understood what it felt like and know what it could be like, and know the benefits of it. But also to understand what their essence, their sexual essence as a masculine core energy is. Now, when he can get focused on his direction, now here's where the women need to step their shit up. And I'm going to tell you that just like that. And before I do, what I want to say is I'm having a free jazz concert, okay? I got an Italian artist that I was supposed to have before COVID had started. I was supposed to have this concert in Denver, Colorado. I had a seminar set up, and he was coming through, okay? His name is Alessandro Barrera, and I had this Italian mafia dinner with him, okay? Back with, oh, Tammy, what's going on? Signing out 2:16 in the morning. What part of the world? Israel. Wow, okay, ciao. I love you for that. This concert is, yeah, it's a free jazz concert. Okay, I'm looking at it as an emotional release concert. Literally, like, I mean, forgive me, an emotional freedom jazz concert. Okay, and it's going to be a workshop. I will be doing some breath work. It's free to join. I wanted to do this on purpose for just charity. Honestly, I really wanted to do this on purpose for charity, because it's like, you know what? We got to give back. Everybody making money during this cap season. We got to give back. We got to give back. So I want to see y'all in there right now. There's 4 people coming to it. It happens on January 29th when the Venus retrograde ends. It's going to be a great time to have this wrap-up energy. I've had another Venus, like 2 to 3 Venus retrograde talks. This is like the third one now. So we're going to have a full circle. Israel, oh my God, I love it. I went there 5 years ago. I want to go 2. I want to hit Israel bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm moving to Portugal, y'all. That's dope. And Portugal is not too far from Israel. So I'm going to have to see if Tammy comes on here a different day. Now, let me finish this off from the female standpoint so I could then check the comments because I couldn't do that prior. Now, let's say the male does now get out of his emasculated state of mind, okay? He builds on his confidence and recognizes with observation, hopefully potentially meditation, okay, just observing his own inner world, doing his spiritual practices, which I think men need to be really getting this shit on board with. They need to start really taking that shit serious and get a little more ritualistic with it. I think that's part of the key that we're missing. Now, then what happens? Where's the magic in this? Okay? Where's the magic of this? Yes, Lily. Just pull up, girl. You ain't gotta be jealous. Just fucking hop on a flight and meet me. Shit. Glam and immature mind games about the words. Grown woman knows exactly what she wants. She says it and she wants. I'm 48. There's levels to this. As you get older, things change. Yeah. And so here, that brings this beautiful part, right? That brings this beautiful statement, right? So here's the thing. Now, because I'm going to do my job. I promise you I'm really good at my job. And part of my purpose that I'm very much committed to, and this is more of a recent commitment, I'm going to get men in check. Point blank, period. So now when I do my job, and I promise you, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do my job well. When I get them back in check, here's what I need from the women on the opposite side. I need you to take a moment to actually allow yourself to flow and rise in the freedom, in the fullness, okay, of love, the expression of love, and the fullness of love itself. And I need you to then drop the bruised masculine energy that you had to overly exert because men weren't doing their job by constantly reiterating for themselves and in a secure way their purpose, their direction in life, so that they can make you feel safe. They can allow you to feel safe. Now, why I need this to have to be a 2-part thing, I need this to literally be a 50-50 thing. Why? Because it won't do me any justice if and when now I get the males in check and then they're consistently faced with the female now unable to trust that masculine energy enough from X, Y, and Z wounds, which, mind you, males have their wounds as well. In my real opinion, honestly, my authentic ass opinion, we need to stop considering so much separation between males and females. We need to stop entertaining it to a point where we're blaming and we're pointing and we're saying, fuck that dude. And then on the opposite end, fuck that girl. We have to stop that shit somewhere. Because if I do this 50% side and I get the men in check, and then the women still want to fucking act stupid, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, we like men are acting dumb. I'm admitting this literally on the behalf of whatever percent of men exist in the world. We lost touch with our purpose. We lost touch with our direction. Okay, I'm just openly admitting in that. And I honestly believe that a very in tune masculine presence can accept his faults, can admit defeat, okay? But they do it with their action. You know when a man is really, really serious when he shuts the fuck up and he does his job. There should be no back and forth. If a male is arguing and being bitter with you, okay, and fucking bitching at you, then he's still not ready. So that's one of your telltale signs as a woman. Now, if he's not doing that, okay, and he's showing up with full presence and awareness. Now, this does not mean, and this is where we got to get real fucking serious, right? This does not mean that you as the woman cling on to him to a point where if he is on his purpose, if he is on his drive, that you get envious of the time he's spending on those projects that's for your legacy together, that you want to rip him out, or you want to start to compete with him because you don't know how to be out of that toxic form of masculine energy anymore. This is where I need the women to really match that energy. Okay? Stop competing with your male counterparts. Stop competing with them. Financially, stop competing with them. Sexually, stop competing with them. Okay? Like y'all, the woman, y'all beyond queens, you're oracles. And an oracle does not disrespect her body. Okay? Literally, by adding on bodies, by being a Jezebel, by being a succubus, by being a siren. That's not the, don't emulate that. Don't like that's like me being oppressed as a black male in America and then deciding that the answer is to become the oppressor. That's not the answer. It's not the answer just to switch the role and say, well, men do that, I'm gonna do that. Or well, women do that, I'm gonna do that. Because that's what happened. We just gave up. We literally just quit. And the Venus retrograde right now is helping us to really get our values back in check. It's really helping us to get our shit back in check. And what I think that we innately value, whether we realize it or not, consciously aware of it or not, I think what we innately value is to follow our natural sexual essence. 80% of us, men and women, have a natural sexual essence matching our sexual orientation and gender. So as a male, what I'm saying is, I'm part of the 80% that has a masculine sexual essence. That does not mean that I don't have or won't behave in emasculated or insecure ways, or that I cannot, because obviously this is part of the topic of discussion and that's happening, right? But on the opposite side, females are part of 80%. Female, their natural feminine sexual core is feminine. That doesn't mean that they didn't over rely on whether required or not. Okay, we're just going to talk objective truth real quick. Does not mean they're not relying on toxic masculinity, and for males, toxic femininity. Okay, so what I'm saying is in order for this to really, really work, in order for me to fulfill my purpose and part of my direction, what I need is, when I get the men in check, I need the women to match that energy and allow yourself to rise in love. Okay, so that when the men are allowing themselves to be empty, okay, a big ass open container, so they can hold all of your chaos, okay, all of your nurturing, destructive, beautiful, intuitive, and healing energy. Okay, we both need each other. This is the most classic saying. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Whoever the fuck said that was telling the truth, but they never clarify what that actually means. Excuse me. I don't know who that was, but that wasn't me. I didn't choke like that. What the heck? Somebody choking up on the other side of the screen right now, because I promise you, that is not my choke. That was not me. Somebody throat chakra. One of you on this other side, I'm going to pull a card for you. One of you on the other side right now, it's time to speak up. I will say for my Scorpio risings, I know you're going through a third house transit, okay, and that's communication as well, as like through forms of writing, through speech, through media, okay. One of us, I'm gonna pull a card for us. Somebody in here, your throat is your throat chakra, your expression. It's time to say something. So, and maybe you don't have to be a Scorpio rising. I just know you were going through that transit. It could be somebody else because I know Jupiter's having its own transit. So what I'm gonna say is, I'm going to pull two cards, and it's going to be for anybody that feels like they're having trouble to express what needs to be expressed. I'm going to pull a card for the conflict at hand, and I'm also going to pull a card for the path forward. It's one of the easiest, simple spreads. It's my animal oracle deck, and I hope this helps out whoever that was. Man, because that was serious. That was somebody really choked up on the other side. While I do this, maybe I could check in. Men don't get therapy. Women are out there working on themselves, getting therapy. Men don't even admit there's anything wrong. You know, men don't necessarily know there's anything wrong. And I can't say that as an excuse because I don't believe it's not an excuse. But you know, here's the reality. Men don't know how to be feminine, right? Just like women don't know how to be masculine. Like y'all, I'm telling you, y'all good at it. I think in many ways you could be better than men at it, and I think in many ways you are better than men at it, but it's not your natural. Same thing with men, it's not their natural. Okay, so it's like when the woman, when his counterpart, when his oracle is in her natural feminine essence, nurturing, caring, compassionate, she is part of what is rejuvenating him. So it's like the male doesn't necessarily classically need the therapy forms. He's a fucking machine. Naturally, he's a clear, conscious machine full of presence and awareness. Okay? That's the best gift that a male can ever give a woman or anything in life. It's his presence. Like me right now as a male, right? Like so like with that statement, like let's take account for it as a second, right? I am a man and I focus on therapy as a fucking profession. Like literally is a profession of mine. Before this could become a profession, guess what? I had to do a lot of therapy on myself, and I am a male. So these overarching terms are things that we have to be very careful with, because this is again what we do the blame and the point game, and we're never going to go anywhere as a society. We're not going to heal together by always considering that we're so deeply apart. All right. Glam Diva, absolutely. I saw that too. Wonder if you're picking up on my daughter throwing up. I don't know, because somebody's shit was fucked up. Somebody's throat was jacked up. Whoever that was. Because I thought it was perfectly fine. And I just drank a tea. All right, I'm going to pull 2 cards forward. Wonderful, Illy. Not an easy path, though. Lily, what was the lesson of tonight? Performed my very first hospice healing. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you for your service as well. Walked away, a lot of healing that happened. I've learned. This right here is the card for the path forward. And this right here is the card for the conflict. Wow. Get him. What's up? What's up? What's up? I see you in here. Sharaka. Okay, I understand well. So now it's how we grow. Bang. Walked away and allowed the healing to happen. I've learned to recognize the wounds. Can't do anything about that. Doesn't mean you stop caring. Can't drown with them. I feel you. I feel you in that. Here's the. Oh, wow. Okay. I like this card a lot. Me and this card have a really good relationship. This is the conflict right now, and this is a very elusive energy. It is an Earth card, so I will point that out. But the conflict right now, the first 3 words that come to mind is the 5 stands for smart, a strong partner or mate, and a wise teacher. So when I think Venus retrograde, we're talking relationship, we're talking love, right? It's like this says strong partner or a mate. This is a part of our Venus retrograde. So it's like us going back. Part of the conflict right now is that we really do want a strong partner. We really do want a strong mate. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. We want a strong partner. We want a strong mate. Okay. Now, as a part of that, okay, hear me out. As a part of that, what's the conflict behind this? What's the conflict behind this? What's stopping us from a strong partner or a strong mate? Are we choosing a lack of forgiveness over what we desire? Are we choosing to be bitter rather than recognize that we're all one? I don't know. Here's what the card says. The fox is an enchanting creature. This is the conflict. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business. It's the conflict. Okay. Skillful in business. That's a masculine energy trait, right? In general, just saying. If there are women currently on here or after watching this on replay that are trapped in toxic masculinity by overdrive, not necessarily fully by choice, but understanding that, what we had to do is what we had to do. Sometimes that's coming out of survival, but we get to keep moving forward, right? We get to change the story. This was the first card that I had with the whale, saying that when we're stuck and when we're out of balance, it means that we are married to the old story. We're married to the old narrative. How many of us are married to the old narrative? Okay, I'll move forward. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. This is the conflict card. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners. As they commit to relationships for the long term, their natural charisma keeps things exciting. The natural charisma. Fox energy helps us to stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. Look, this is the conflict right here. Foxes do not do well when they slip away. This is what this is telling me is somebody, I don't know if this is just for one person out of the 7 on here, but what this is telling me right now is somebody needs to talk to somebody. Somebody is holding something on their chest because my throat fucking, when I pulled this card, my throat, that communication center, it went crazy. It went crazy. I was like, oh, this is somebody. I was picking somebody up. Foxes do not do well when they slip away. That's what this last statement says in this card. Okay. I just pulled out an implant. Thank you. Wow. Damn, that's deep. David, what you got against men? I haven't heard of that, but I'm called to help. She can tolerate citrus juice. Citrus juice is dope. All right. Listen, this card is a card of relationships. Okay. And it's telling you to reconnect with the ones you love. This is a retrograde. This doesn't have to mean that you have to go back and date that person. Okay. This doesn't have to mean that you have to fall in love with that person deeply and just be like head over heels and then like you fall into this dumbass cycle all over again. This is not what I'm saying. But it says to connect with the ones you love. I know that I have plenty of people that I love that I'm not necessarily connected with. Okay. This tells you this is the conflict right now. That we need to connect with the people we love. When this card is out of balance, we're feeling sneaky and we're unsure of our identity. So that's a question. Are you unsure of your identity right now? Okay. Because if so, then whoever the partners that we're looking to attract, they're probably out of alignment. We're attracting somebody that's showing us the discrepancies within who we are, how we claim to be who and what we are. Yeah, that implant joint is crazy. Pulling on an implant, wow. You know, honestly, kudos to you. Like, can we throw her some snaps in the chat? And can we just throw her like some love and a congratulation? Um, I'm gonna say it first. Hold on. You know, bless up to you. Actually, honestly, when we're in balance, we're feeling magical, ingenious as a teacher, and monogamous. Wow. Okay. So maybe somebody out there right now is not being monogamous. Maybe somebody out there right now is spreading their seeds too thin. During a Venus retrograde in Capricorn, Capricorn is a very reserved energy. Okay. Capricorn is like they're not out there fucking everybody. This card is asking us to be monogamous. This is the card that came out with conflict. So it's like, you know, I know there's a major rise all around the world with polyamorous relationships. Um, and a lot of that has become like an adaptation, right? To us feeling like we don't want to be betrayed or lied or cheated on by our partners. So it's like we open up our relationships in ways that we don't necessarily want to. But a Capricorn is like, look, it's willing to take it slow. It's willing to allow love to grow at a very slow rate. I have Capricorn. I have 3 Capricorn placements in the second house, as well as um, in my Juno. So in my marriage placement, there's an asteroid called Juno, and it's for marriage, and it's like it's in Capricorn. So it's like me for marriage. It's like have to really build my relationship slow over time, okay? And it has to be tested through time. It literally like it has to be literally tested through time. Saturn is the governor of time. Saturn governs Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay, so it's like time. The body as an earth sign, look, this is an earth energy, this is the conflict. The body, okay, the body, this is an earth energy. The body, Capricorn, okay, Taurus and Virgo, the body needs to be respected. All right, especially for we're talking divine feminine, divine masculine. We're talking oracles. Especially, I'm saying this even more for women, is especially in this moment right now. Like, if this is the conflict card, if you know that you're a monogamous figure, but you're stepping outside of your value, your truth, maybe it's time to get in check. Okay. But this also goes for males. Absolutely, it goes for males. To bring this card into balance, it requires partnership and connection. All right. 5 implant. Oh no, I thought you said I got 5 implants in a stellium Capricorn. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, oh my God. Okay. I have a planet stellium in Capricorn. Yeah. I almost said something, but that would have been so super duper immature. I'm going to say it anyway because I'm really going to be myself always. The first thought I thought was like 5 planets in a stellium Capricorn. I was like, that thing tight. And I'm just going to leave it right there, you know, for our adult audience only. That thing tight. All right, just ignore me and my humorous ignorance. um, what we got? All right, now I'm going to move to the path forward. Uh, my seeds haven't been spread in 3 years. I'm consciously celibate. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's part of the conflict. Maybe that's part of the conflict. Maybe Lily, maybe you're looking for partnership now. Maybe it's time. Maybe that 3 years was enough. Maybe you don't. Maybe at a certain point it's turning into a certain punishment. I'm not saying that like not having sex is a punishment. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is like I'm guessing that you don't have a partner. It's just a guess. And do you want one? Because again, the card was this is the conflict card, and it was saying to bring into balance partnership and connection. Okay, it's saying when it's out of balance, we're being unsure of our identity, and when we're in balance, we're feeling magical, we're feeling like teachers and genius teachers and monogamous. Now, here's the path forward. Okay, here's the path forward. I thank you all for being here, for throwing those thumbs up. Yeah, yeah, can I say you right? That thing tight. Yo, but for my adult audience only. For my adult audience only. I'm not ready for one, just not yet, and that's perfectly understandable. You know, I'm glad that you know. Oh shit, hi Leo. I'm glad you know you're not ready, because that's also very important, right? I'm hunting for them. I'm hunting for them, girl. No worries. Bang. Um, Speaking the truth has nothing to do with being against men. Don't gaslight the reality on what's happening out here. You know, I pause. I pause in that moment only to say I do know that my audience majority is females on here, right? So there's not many men that will speak up on this channel. It's just the truth for my personal channel. So I almost feel like I must. And just to speak on, I am a male. Like I'm literally a male. I have a Johnson and I'm a male. And I only say that to say when I really think about myself, when I'm really being honest, it's like I've always treated women with the utmost high, to the point where I've actually harmed myself, okay, and not respecting myself or my worth, honestly, for far too long. But I am a male, right? And as a part of that, and me being the type of male that I am, who does consciously look to always do better, okay, to show up better for our women. Women are not on my channel in the majority or percentage because they think I'm a dickhead either. That's just my guess. They're not on my channel, or they don't trust me with really sometimes otherworldly secrets because they believe that I'm a liar, or that I'm a cheater, or that I'm going to betray them. But they do. And I say that to paint the picture, at least for me as one male, and to say that me as this male, I attract a lot of other male counterparts who are much the same way. To be honest, the majority of my male friends are married and they treat their women, from my understanding, I'm not in the home with them, but they treat their women magnificently, like oracles, better than queens, like oracles. So I do know that there are the narrative of men ain't shit is very widespread. It's very widespread. I cannot agree and say that that's true. I can say that I know plenty of women that have been hurt by males, but I also don't know any male that has not been hurt by a woman. This is what I mean when I say we really, in my personal opinion, have to shatter this illusion of separation that women ain't shit, that men ain't shit. Because at the same time, I have seen women be the most savage, to the point where males have no ability to compete with the level of savage that a woman could be, that I have seen them be. Yet, I personally choose to not view women as savages. I understand they have the capability. I understand that if they wanted to get away with it, they would. I believe that only karma can get them, not the male. But I only paint that picture not to make any points other than I believe we really can come together and stop pointing with such a strong finger that is irreplaceable with anything other than our personal and experiential truth as an individual, but not as the objective collective truth as a world society. And I think we have to start somewhere. I think we really need to start somewhere. And I think that somewhere is compassion and empathy and love, honestly. All right, here's the path forward. I told you guys the conflict. Pernell, women have been so abused. Our trust has been shit on. It's not easy for us ladies to pick ourselves up after being beat down. I don't blame men. I blame social conditioning. And I agree with you. I know it to be true, Blue Flame. I know it to be true. That said, men have equally been beaten. Like equally. One of the big differences, men don't talk about their beatings. Men don't talk about their ass whoopings. We don't. It doesn't mean it's not happening. And in reality, if from what I understand, women don't really want to hear men complain. From my own personal understanding, like a woman doesn't want to hear a man complain every day. I think we can agree to disagree. We all have our point of view. I don't think there was anything offensive of Glam's comment. I don't think it's offensive either. Just to throw that out there, I don't think it's offensive either. This is supposed to be a safe place for us all to share, and it should be. And I would like to keep it that way. Did I miss something that made it seem like it's not a safe place? Because I will kick somebody out, including if it's myself. So please, definitely speak up. Like, speak up to me as well. If you don't agree with something I say, I prefer you to say it, because we're not going to heal. We're not going to do better as a people. Okay, fuck the gender, fuck the male, fuck the female. We're not going to do better as a people if we don't allow ourselves to have these talks and realize that somebody will get hurt during that talk, and somebody will be enlightened during that talk. Somebody will be inspired at the same time. But to understand that they have to happen. Because if they don't happen, then what's going to change? Should we expect anything to change if we don't allow some tougher discussions? But I do agree. Like this is why I like to do these events. I honestly now I have to do it again. This is why I love to do these events, and I really want is I made this free on purpose. I really want you guys to join this free emotional freedom jazz concert, because this is where now you can talk to me and you can talk to another person who you've never met, and I can talk to you, and it's not just this one-way mirror where it's just like, me bringing to the table what I'm bringing. This is why I really and this is why I'm doing this one specifically for free, literally, because I don't ever want cause to be a part of the association of why we can't heal and go through therapy as a team. So I dropped that link again. I really want to see you guys join there. There's 4 now. I learned a lot from you sharing. Dampened down my ego a lot. I appreciate it. It was just an answer to a question in the comments. Okay, I might have missed the question. We need to give middle fingers to social conditioning. Agreed. I work in Los Angeles, California. I'm a stylist. I work with all women. I work with women. Women are being abused and killed at a very high rate. So I don't hate men. I love men. Yeah, that's tough. My failed relationship were due to social conditioning. I'm just trying to check in. I just want to check in with you guys in the chat so I can really try to see and like make sure I diversify this conversation. And and also, I want to say this out loud as I dive into these chats in the comment. Um, if anybody ever doesn't feel safe and you don't feel safe enough to say that in the chat, email me, text me if you have my number. A lot of you here have my number, and tell me like what made you didn't feel safe, because it is my job to host an environment where you feel secure. Literally, as a masculine presence, it's my job to host an empty container where judgment does not exist, and you can be honestly as chaotic and destructive as you want without having to feel attacked in any fashion. Because that's part of my purpose as well, to be able to create those containers. Do not accept an invitation to the institution of prostitution. Yes, fully agree. I heard that before from you, I think, and I love that comment. It was just the way you responded, I think, but it's an important experience. Neither do men. Thank you for what you do. We appreciate it so deeply. I appreciate you for being here, because it takes people, right? Like my opinion means shit without the acceptance and the conversation in order for me to stay adaptable, fair, and just, okay, in the way that I communicate. Um, this is kind of like my Venus and Gemini. It's like look like, especially in the seventh house. Okay, my Venus is Gemini in the seventh house. It's like to create channels of communication that are fair and just is very important for me. Thank you for sharing. I was just answering a question that Dark Light Anthony, why I hate men. Oh, somebody asked you why you hate men. Oh shit. Yeah, that would do it. Damn. Did a guy ask that question? See, this is why I gotta have more conversations with men. That's an automatic that that automatically puts somebody in defense mode and it creates offense, defense, and from the beginning, there's no, and I don't mean to whoever said that. I don't mean to get on you. Whoever asked that question, I don't know who asked it, but I just want to say out loud um, that the question, if it was worded in the way that I'm seeing it now, of why I hate men, is also making an assumption, which then puts that person automatically on defense, which then either puts you on offense or defense, and oftentimes it becomes a back and forth both, where the solution to these are generally never derived from anything solid in foundation. So what I'm trying to say in this moment is being thoughtful and disciplined. If that was a male, I think it was a male. Being thoughtful and disciplined to, if you believe a woman hates all men, our job as men to confront a woman that you believe, okay, not that it's true, but if you believe that a woman hates all men, is to pierce her heart with openness, okay? To pierce her heart with openness, to pierce her heart with your loving embrace, and to check in with, did anything about whatever comment came back and forth, I might have missed something, but to be able to embrace her without judgment and actually humor, to be able to embrace her with humor, not sarcasm, okay, not low blows, all right, with your humor, understanding that the woman's emotion will switch every 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, even when she says something right now, she changed her mind, and she's not lying. Okay, I had to learn this through very tough lessons. She's not lying by changing her mind. She's being a part of who she is, which is a woman, and this is also the link to her ability to be an oracle. Mind you, they don't talk direct the way the man does. And so I think it's important for women to understand that men do talk direct. Um, I think it helps the equation, and for men to understand that women do not talk direct. The best way I've understood this is that women write promises in pencil, which can be erased with an eraser, and men write them in pen. So what I'm saying is, we all have to check in, especially on a question like I kind of lost it in the chat, but like that somebody hates men. We have to check in with, like, was that, did whoever asked that question, did you feel personally attacked? And if so, this is an insecurity we have to address as men, to be able to stay still in those moments, literally to be able to stay still in love. Like, this is ironic, because I recently really realized that I don't really want love from a woman, and it took me a long time to figure out how to put that in a simpler term. But I recognize, like, I don't want love from a woman, and I recognize that women will never love men in the way men want them to love them. It's not. going to happen. I'm going to repeat that, okay? And then I'm going to give you this path forward. I'm going to repeat that. Men, for men specifically, a woman will never love you in the way you expect her to love you. You will always fail. If I even have any men on here still at this moment, I have to say that out loud. Like, and this is when I realized that I don't want love from a woman, and I realized that I am love. That was the ironic, like, aha moment. And I laugh at moments like that because it sounds really cheesy, and I hate really cheesy things. But I really recognize that I actually am love. And being love, I now don't seek love from a woman. Okay. And so with me being love, what I'm able to do is literally pierce directly through all of her armor. Okay. She's absolutely defenseless, just by my openness, literally, by my ability not to take it personal, not to need her validation and play mommy games. Okay. She's your woman. If we're talking relationships, right? Like that's kind of the theme around the relationship. She's your woman, she's not your mom. Okay. If you want validation and credit, tell your mom that you did a good job on your project. Don't require that from your woman, because as soon as, for a male, you need that, she realizes, she feels that, and she will not trust you. She literally will begin to silently resent your very existence until you disappear and evaporate into the stardust that you began as. Now, that may sound very harsh and critical, but it is also the truth. And women won't necessarily always tell you that truth out loud, which I think, maybe we could benefit if they would just say that honestly and upfront. Stop being a little bitch. Uh, no, well, maybe she shouldn't say it like that. Maybe she does say it like that. And maybe that's what's closing the men down as well. So I don't really know. Um, but understand that men also have feelings, right? So even if you don't say that, we feel that. And then it's even more annoying when it can't be communicated and then they can't understand it. So then the frustration comes, right? But I digress. And I look into the comments. Do not accept the invitation. I read that. I can't. I can't. I can speak from the female side. Men don't talk about it because they feel shame, even if they don't express it. I already know. Yeah, I've heard a lot of women say this. So let me, for Blue Flame. Now, what's the solution? Mm. So men don't talk about it. They feel shame. Okay, I agree. What's the solution? Because you know it, and I know it's not your job to be their mom, but me, I'm asking literally as a male on the other side, what is the solution to that? All right. Yes, open discussion and we can move forward. Just a disagreement between friends. Absolutely. Love it. Whoever you are, Ashley O'Hare, what country are you in? What state are you in? Hopefully we get to meet up. All right. Thank you for sharing. Bam. I was just answering a question and Dr. Light asked me. Bam. Oh, I read that already. Thank you all for being present and accountable. Hell yeah. Honestly, really, really. Um, Thank you. I love when men share their vulnerabilities. I don't see it as a weakness. I think it's courageous. It is courageous and it's necessary. It's courageous and it's necessary. It's the how that I think men need to work on. I think men need to work on the how, um, because sharing your vulnerabilities doesn't also, it also doesn't mean that you have to uh, abandon your masculine core either. Okay, I think that's more of the difficulty of like learning in this new age. Like these are newer things. Like men being so emasculated, it's a relatively new thing. Um, from what I understand, men in the '90s wasn't like that. So that's only like 20 years or so. From like the '90s down to the '80s, I don't think men were emasculated. So I think Glam Diva, you're older. You're older than me. When and what year do you believe men begin to classically show up as more emasculated? Maybe that can help us out. It bothers me when it turns to the victim mentality kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I didn't read the rest of the question, Lily. So you're right. It's when it becomes a victim mentality. Yeah, and I think that men have time. They need time. Um, understand what I'm trying to say in the moment is understand how new and relatively fresh this is, right? Women have women to aid them in the bathroom when they're crying. If a man sees another man crying in the bathroom, he's not gonna say shit to him. He's gonna be like, damn, that girl probably fucked him over. And he's gonna think that to himself. He's gonna walk out the bathroom and try to give him his space. So what am I saying? Women have a natural form of therapy where they don't even need to go to a therapist. And they still go to therapists. So, um, That's not an excuse. What I'm saying is give men some time to begin to understand this switch that they don't understand and that they barely notice is happening. Men don't really know that they're insecure. If a man knew he was insecure as they're growing up today, I guarantee you he would vomit and he would be like, that shit is disgusting. Because when I recognized for myself that I was insecure and about what things I was insecure with, first off, that shit hurt so bad. It hurt because I was ashamed that I didn't know. Okay. It hurt because then I put myself in my own vortex of victim mentality, even on my own. All right. And then you usually you usually lose whoever your woman was that probably helped reflect this pain and this insecurity. You then usually lose her at the same time. So you just have a whole double whammy of like, I fucked up. And this is how the male mind works, right? It works on an accomplishment base. So it's like if they lose their woman, they failed. And it's taking exactly like that. I failed. So give them time is what I'm actually trying to say. Um, all right. I saw all the check marks on these stupid gov forms. Checkbox. After that, I put a check in it. A part victim, something to blame. Society made men look weak to show emotions. This is where you get abusive men and serial killers. Yeah, society does not allow. You know, I tell you, I'll be honest. Like, I am an emotional male figure. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm very in tune with my emotions. Like, I actually can explain my emotions. And it took me a fucking very long time. It took me a lot of time when I couldn't explain them. But I have a big well of emotions. The best I can explain this is like that I am a life path 11 for simplicity. If anybody understands what that means, and it's for simplicity, like I have sensitivities of things on Earth and every other dimension all at the same time, and it's like emotions are a big part of that. So what I'm saying is I definitely grew up where I recognized very quickly in youth very quickly um, to harden in a way that wasn't necessarily natural to me, literally to harden in a way that wasn't natural to me because I didn't understand my sensitivities in youth. This is the reality, and I didn't understand that these sensitivities are the same sensitivities that makes me love. Like that literally makes my essence in the core of who I am love. That makes me able to say that I am love, and that same love is designed to pierce through the woman's cracks in order to provide that open emptiness so that she can also rejuvenate me, okay, as she pours love into my heart, into my mind, so that my purpose and my direction can be fueled and sustained over long periods of time with joy and life. Misdirected emotions. We're reciprocating energy, sir. Thank you. Keep that flow going. Bang. Yes, dark night. I said dark night. Dark light. Yes, dark light energy. Bam. I think I'm the only man here. Yeah, you know what? And I fucking appreciate you for that, homie. Because, you know, it seemed like maybe you were the one getting gangbanged in the comments, but I got you, homie. I'm here. I'm the voice. I'm kidding. All right. I'm actually not kidding, but I laugh still. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it because the diversity of this is really important. Setting off trigger warnings. Bang. Literally, I think our perception, which is often, I lost that comment. It fucking moved. Where'd you go? Oh shit, it moved. It's gone. Damn, I lost that shit. Okay, I lost the. I think our perception where we tend to our experiences make a project our misinterpreting. I think in the future, perhaps ask the question differently. Yeah, it's the how, and I thank you guys for being kind and compassionate with him in this moment because you know what, I'm positive that he's here as well, out of the goodness of his heart because he also wants to learn, right? Like he didn't hop out this room bitter, angry, and pissed the fuck off, right? So I think this is where the magic comes, where we also need to, if we're able to so easily shit on men, all right. I haven't seen too many comments about how any man has done anything good for them. And if everybody in this chat wants to say that you've never had a man that has done anything good for you, I'm gonna call you a liar, or you weren't being present when that man that did do good for you or good by you, you just erased him because it was too painful to accept that you weren't ready for him. Because I didn't see anything good yet about men. All right, here we go. We heal powerfully through our triggers. Absolutely. Go away, ego. Bang, bang. That's why both sexes can't reject the opposite energies. I agree. They said I love women, but I don't fall in love with women. Yeah, no, fuck no. You don't fall in love with women. You either in love with women or you don't. You either rise in love with women or you choose yourself. I'm gonna repeat this. You either rise in love with women or you choose yourself. I'm gonna repeat this. You either rise in love with women or you choose yourself. I love you guys also for just coming back, keeping it real, keeping it fresh, keeping it clean, keeping it honest, and keeping it safe for and just coming back and just and because I'm catching up with the comments later than when you guys are saying it, right? And I see you all coming back and really just showing love and really allowing that open space to stay open. I really want to say thank you very much from the bottom and the top and the middle and the center of my heart. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you all for just being such beautiful people. Um, for walking through and allowing compassion and empathy to be the narrative and resolving that between uh the social and interpersonal conversations in the chat. I bless you all for that. Thank you. God, throw them some money, throw them some love. Which I want. What else y'all want? What y'all want? Throw them some Snickers. No, fuck that. That's not healthy. Um, throw them some vegan ice cream. Okay, here we go. All right. Yes, I love women. Bang, bang, bang. I love that. Embrace yourself. Change. Hey. I sensed that from my husband a long time ago. I feel like he's so ready to continue on his path to release. Okay, so I got that card forward. West Texas, USA. Gang. I'm in Arkansas right now. So West Texas, we could talk about where's the West? Oh shit, the East is the one closer to me. So you're in the West? All right. I think I'm closest to Dallas. All right. Relationships need to be reversed. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the whole thing I was saying. Like, I think we needed to have that reverse one way at one point, and I think it's time now to recalibrate. Um, I've had an amazing man. I really do that do great things for me. My dad is a divine masculine, 63. Healing all wounds. Change. Scorpio rising. Bang bang. Pernell is a fellow Scorpio rising too. Doom doom. I want to be fed grapes on a tropical island. Yo, honestly, I would love to feed you grapes on a tropical island. I could definitely see myself doing that. Like, to be honest, I've done that. I don't know if they were grapes though. I think it was like passion fruit or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. I'm gonna let you know now. I think the calendar's blocked until the end of January because I'm taking my vacation to San Diego. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. That vacation at SD is happening. It's happening. And I'm on vacay. I'm gonna write my book. But no, I do appreciate you on that. Let me see some wrap up points and definitely ask some questions as well. I want to see you guys at that event. I really, really do. That would be really beautiful. It's a free emotional release jazz concert. I thank you all for those thumbs up. That's dope. I'm a patient woman. Oh yeah, you're a Capricorn stellium, and I appreciate you for that. Because somebody say something like, yeah, but I'm on vacation, and somebody be like, yeah, but check your bank account, the money's there. It's like, nope, I don't value that more than my peace and my self-care because I can't sustain what I'm doing without my cup overflowing, which is what this retrograde and Capricorn is asking of us. So to be honest, I already blocked my calendar for the dates that are unbookable. So whatever you do see, you can book it and it should be good. Because I'm pretty positive it's already blocked off. If it's not, then I do have two calendars. I know I did one for sure. I think I did both. Um, yes, I value myself. Okay, so bahaha, whatever. Long as the fruit's being fed to me. Yeah, yeah. I'm down to feed a woman some fruit. Why the fuck not? That's sexy. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that thing alive. Keep that thing interesting. Shit. Bring the chocolate syrup. I am definitely that guy. I'm definitely that guy. Chocolate syrup. I prefer caramel, to be honest. Caramel down the navel. Yes. Let's do it. Love yourself. You have to spend the rest of your life with. Yes. Yes. Yo, this was such a pleasure. I'm gonna try to see my points. I'm gonna give you a overall what's happening. Um, I didn't necessarily hit all the points that I said I was. I actually did most of it for this whole algorithm that I needed to do so that YouTube can find this video. But I had so much passion rolling today. I want to say thank you all for showing up. I'm going to type these things in here. I'm going to give you these dates out so you can be aware of what's happening. Um, I typed these out. This is that masculine clarity, that focus, really staying on mission, right? So here are these dates here. I'm going to briefly cover them, know what's happening. I want to see you guys obviously show up at that Emotional Freedom Jazz concert. The guy is coming out of Italy, ladies and gentlemen. He was coming here to the US, to Denver, but COVID hit. So we now, all this time later, I got him going to go on Zoom. I'm telling you, this man is awesome. We had like a mafia style Italian dinner. I was in Italy, in the northern Italy, and all the food was so fresh. It was so simple, and they had gave me like gripe or something. I think it's called gripe, and it's like this Italian alcohol weird thing. It was really actually pretty nasty, but it's strong as shit. It was nasty as hell, but it was like it's almost like moonshine of Italy, I guess. Um, so, but he's a jazz player. He's gonna be playing. I'm going to be doing some breath work. I'm going to be doing some sound healing during that workshop as well. It's free to join. Right now, there was 4 people in. I think I saw somebody said they joined already. And um, I have another person who's going to pull up and potentially give us a tarot reading to kind of just walk us in. That's going to be coming after that Cancer full moon. Okay, I think I put these points down now. Cancer full moon is coming up January 17th to January 18th. What you can expect during this time is a balance between work and play and home and self-care. Okay, Capricorn season required us to put that work in. This retrograde is also telling us to chill the fuck out, enjoy our pleasures a little bit, enjoy those Taurian, those Venusian, and those Libra type qualities. Go to an art museum during this retrograde. Okay, the Venus retrograde in Capricorn started December 19th. It ends on January 29th, which is exactly the same day we're running this workshop. What else? The full moon's requiring us to give our emotions some space and room to breathe. It's going to say, look, don't over prioritize your work commitments or how you show up on the public scale or money. Or what I also want to say is a Mercury retrograde is happening in Aquarius starting on the 14th of January. It's going to go to February 3rd. So understand that we'll be having 2 active retrogrades, Venus and Mercury. So things are going to be backed up a little bit, okay? More so when Mercury comes around. I think that Venus retrograde is just lovely. Honestly, I've been loving it. I've been loving it. Like, because I promise you, I've been working so hard. I have been working myself to the bone. Like, I really do need this trip and deserve it. So it's like, fuck yes to San Diego. And so this retrograde is now like helping us to value ourselves, which is like, for me, shutting that calendar down, right? Not going on vacation and working anyways, but doing something I'm passionate about for me. And that's going to be writing that book, okay, and finishing it off. And so stay tuned for that. It's called Objective Empathy. Really, really so happy about it. I was writing it in March 2020, and I had a whole ego death. I had a whole mental breakdown, if I'm being real. I saw myself, by the time I read through it the 3rd time, because freaking Virgo 10th house for me. I kept reading that bitch. I can't put out nothing that I didn't really go over. That Scorpio rising, that focus of mine, I really had a total mental breakdown. I'm really happy to feel refreshed and rejuvenated to step back into that space. I'm so refreshed, rejuvenated to step back into love, honestly, and realize that it never left. This is such a beautiful feeling for me right now, especially as a Scorpio rising, right? It's like that Libra 12th house placement of ours. That whole past life partner dying and having to get over these fears of partnership in this life. That was the conflict. Okay, so this card talks to me. I'll be honest, this card talks to me. There's retrograde and the next retrograde. You got exes pulling up. What I want to say is don't cancel your ex for no reason, but cancel their ass if they come in with the bullshit. If they're not going to respect the values you set up, if they're not going to respect who you claim and desire to be, you need to cancel that motherfucker. Book pre-orders. No, I'm not that tech savvy to do pre-orders. I don't even know when. I don't want to. When I was on the book tour before, and a lot of that pressure of, oh my god, I got to get it out during this date. I told people I was going to finish at this time. That put so much pressure on me that it was beautiful because it got me to force not force, but it got me to move my ass, okay, towards the purpose, toward the direction where I finished the book. Now I need to really just go through it with this is almost 2 years later now, right? Like I finished it a year and a half ago, but I had such a mental break, and a lot of it was this pressure of all this logistical stuff, and it was killing the passion for me. I love to write, and this is actually my life story, right? So I'm not even trying to hide that it's my life story either. Like I'm spilling the beans, I'm transmuting that light, and that cost me a lot of fucking mental trauma, like to rise up to. Because some of that was like, look, like I'm not hiding it out. I'm using real people. I had to ask for permission for people to be in that book. They're very personal stories, but I'm using this book as a way to alleviate suffering. All right, like everybody that knows Scorpios, they know y'all motherfuckers be dealing with suffering. And it's like, so we all have our own forms of it, and it's like this is, oh man, I'm almost so like tomorrow I'm in San Diego. I'm gonna start writing again. Like this is so crazy to me. Like, but this is a retrograde for third house, um, and I'm really excited about it. So it has a lot to do with partnership, but it has a lot to do with the adventure. So it's really cool because you're gonna get the background juicy stuff with this book about my real life adventures over the last 3 years, of me traveling through Thailand and Germany and living in Bali and living in Thailand and Hong Kong and freaking Colombia where Lily was supposed to meet me, but she was already gone for 20 years. So it's like that's the conflict. Don't forget this, okay? The conflict is partnership right now, and our denial of the desire. It's okay. I have to remind myself. I got a text recently. I had like I had two people pull up on me, okay, and one energy made me feel like a thousand suns was just bursting out of my chest and fireworks were at the epicenter of my heart, and it felt so amazing and inspiring. And I was like, I'm inspired. And this is how, as a male, I want to feel when I'm approached or addressed or confronted or just even in discussion with a divine feminine sexual essence and core of energy. And then I had another person, like literally like 10, 20 minutes later, and both these were ghosts. Okay. Both of these people were ghosts. I wasn't expecting these messages from either. And now on the same day, another one texted me, and I just felt down and I felt dreary and I felt a certain insincerity, and it just felt like, yo, you fucking fake. And I see it, but I can't even dive into that, and I don't want to. And so what I'm saying is Capricorn, Venus and Capricorn is all about the body. Your intuition lies in your body, okay? The sensations you physically feel. So when I took a moment to just pause and not work and just sit in the feeling, it was really not the best feeling, especially because it was trying to ruin my joyful thousand suns imploding all at once in the heart space outwards. Um, it was like I didn't want to. I want to feel that. I don't want to feel this ugly shit. But the retrograde is also allowing us to feel this. Allowing us. We get to feel that ugly shit, so that we understand the boundaries and the barriers of what I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel when somebody I really do care for text me and I feel like shit. I don't want to feel like that. That's crappy on so many levels. I don't want to be bitter about this. I don't want to hate anybody. I don't want any of that shit. I really want to practice continuously forgiveness in my own heart, and to be able to love regardless, even if that means I can't communicate with you. But I also want to honor feeling a thousand suns bursting in my heart like fucking fireworks going off that inspires me to want to build a legacy for my family who's unborn. And this has been like a very big foundational focus for me now. It's really starting to rise in my mind and my heart, and it's starting to sync with my soul. Okay. And I'm able to start recognizing when my spirit is wanting certain adventures, but my soul is requiring something different. And that's all very lovely for me. Okay. This is your Scorpio rising coming out here with some real vulnerable shit. And this is all very um under processed. Okay, it has not been processed for a very long time. This is fresh for me. This is new. It's a great feeling. It makes me smile. I'm smiling like really deeply. So I thank you for accepting me in this moment of excitement. Um, and I look back into the comments briefly. Yes, dark light, past relationship come around. That's another brick on the wall. You know, and I would like to say because and this is a very this is a statement I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with. Um, you know, you hear the saying like something like the X is an X for a reason, right? And this could be the versatile piece of me. This could be my Gemini and Venus. Who knows? But the question then always comes from me is like, well, what's the reason? I don't think that it automatically means that X and X for a bad reason. And I don't think that all it matter means an X is an X for you to get back together with them and fall into a toxic cycle forever. I don't believe either. Um, what I do believe is that it's important to understand that reason of why the X is the X and to accept if something different shows up. All right, here we go. Just takes an opportunity to deal with any unfinished business, get some closure if possible. Yep. Retrogrades. Oh, I love that. A book written entirely on divine timing. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna force shit, especially not something I'm passionate about. It's like me going live. I don't go live unless I really can, unless I really feel it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's like, you know what? I could care less what YouTube pays me. I mean, I'm happy. Yeah, y'all can pay me, obviously, but it's not worth me selling my soul. All right, Pernell, you need a hype man. I'm your guy. Yeah. Yeah, wait, is Ashley, are you a guy? Because I know guy Ashley's. So are you a guy? Or do we have two guys in here? Hey now. Sorry, Pernell. Lily, it's okay. I'm okay. Oh, sorry, Pernell. Hugs. No, but I take those hugs though. My dude, Sag dude friend who's in love actually just brought me food because he knew my kiddo was sick. That's awesome. I'll send you more PDFs to cheer you up. Girl, I got so many books that I'm reading a little bit of this, I'm reading a little bit of that. Here's my newest one. Actually had a client of mine's who's now a friend send this in, and then I had another friend that sent me this, and then um I had another client send this. And that's just so awesome because I was never really expecting gifts in the mail, right? So that's dope. And I'm also really excited to say that some of my what I'm doing recently, I'm giving out gifts to some of my friends. Um, but I guess I don't know if that's really anybody on here right now. Not saying you guys aren't my friends, but um, what I'm saying in the moment is gift somebody something. Gift, gift somebody something, and it doesn't have to cost anything monetarily. All right, here is I'm reading the Kalabana right now. Here's the last thing. I gave you the conflict, okay? Partnership, let's just say, being sneaky and not knowing your identity. I want to give you the path forward, which is the Panther. And I like this card because I actually did a relationship reading recently, and this card came up as my partner, believe it or not. And now here it is again. The Panther is the annihilation of the unnecessary. It stands for purging. Okay, look how fierce that bad boy is. This is a card of fire. Fire is very passionate. Okay, it's fierce. It's like you see the fierceness of this. The panther won't stand to see our growth. This is the path forward, by the way. Okay, this is the path forward. The panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnant. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc. This is the path forward, with the ultimate intention of bringing us towards more fulfilling lives. So this is what a retrograde in Venus would do for us. Getting our values, clearing house, right? Getting them in alignment. This is the path forward. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. That's feminine energy in its true essence. This is the path forward. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the panther's wisdom at work. This is the feminine energy. This is the oracle. Okay, this is oracle energy at its highest. There's always a wisdom behind the chaos. Okay, we've all been through these experiences and they've made us better people. Trust that the panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. This is the path forward. When you're out of balance, you're feeling self destructive. When you're in balance, you're feeling brave and productive. This is the path forward. Be brave, be productive. To bring into balance, I want you to get rid of the unnecessary. So here's how I choose to close this. All 8 people in here, if you haven't dropped a thumbs up, drop a thumbs up now. But here's how I choose to close this. I choose to close this by everybody, myself included, typing in the chat one thing that you want to get rid of that's unnecessary. This is how I ask you to close it, okay? One thing to get rid of that's not necessary. And I'm going to type mine as well. One thing to get rid of that's not necessary. And I will give you a connecting energy that I think you'll like is the bear. I'll give you that after you type. If I get at least 3 people to type one thing that's unnecessary, I'll give you the last definition of this connection card with the bear to help you with one more step of guidance. Um, I will give you another thumbs up if I could. I love you. Thank you. Ego. Bye. Ciao. Self doubt. Bang. Elvira. Elvira, where are you from, Miss Hernandez? Um, Elvira. Elvira. I'm sorry, my accent was off. Elvira. Elvira. That sounds better. Yeah, baby. Your boy knows Spanish. Yeah, baby. You got an Afro Negro that speaks Spanish. What's one thing that I want to get rid of that's unnecessary? Oh, oh, I know this. I know this. But what is it? One thing that I need to get rid of that's unnecessary. Oh my God, I'm camera shy. 1 second. Okay, I got it. Dang. I know, right? That felt like a whole moment. It was like Zen moment. And it was like the moment waits. Los Angeles, yo, can I see you too when I go to San Diego? Because I love to meet people that I've never met before, especially when they're online, especially when they would sit there and spend 2 hours and 22 minutes with me and 11 seconds. That is partnership and new beginnings. 222 and 11, that's partnerships and new beginnings. Partnership, that's the conflict, ladies and gentlemen. But I won't run away from my moment of vulnerability. So, what did I actually say? For me, one thing I want to give that's unnecessary is the rejection of fear when I give all my love without restraint, yet wisdom. So, what do I mean by that? I mean that um, I don't mean to be self-sacrificing for myself, not to be self-sacrificing to the point where I literally sabotage my relationships um, because I'm afraid to go all out, because I'm afraid to have a moment of, let's say, a lack of validation expected, right? Even if quietly in the back of my head, a lack of expected validation that hurts me, okay, that I might not announce out loud and prefer to stay silent, where then now, again, resentment builds. Like Blue Flame said earlier, women feel that. They feel that. So it does me no justice to hold it in because now, again, she's losing trust in my ability to show up in truth because withholding something that may be perceived as small is not small at all. It is a destroyer of relationships. And speaking this out loud, like I can fully just sit there and say, like, this is something I would like to admit. This is where I need to really let go of the unnecessary. And what that is me holding my tongue and being agreeable in fear of rejection. So this is unnecessary. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm completely open to being kind, and I'm always going to be polite. But I choose to no longer be nice as a form of manipulation. This is one of the things that I would like to really let go. I'm happy to say that I've actually let it go. And it's funny because I'm also seeing other people leave my life, but it's great because as they leave, I feel more energetic. Thank you, Venus Retrograde. Oh, big sad wave. Nope. One thing I can get rid of that's not necessary. Oh my God, I can think of many things I need to let go. Okay, give me one. You guys. Yo, Viera, how can I get in contact with you? Here, Pernell Bobby at no Zodiac at gmail.com. Yo, shoot me a message. If it's possible, let's make it happen. I can even get you carpool to San Diego if you want, because I got people pulling up from LA. So we can even make that happen as a possibility. I might take a trip up. I am going to rent a car. I don't know if I will drive to LA. To be honest, I'm not really a LA guy. I love Long Beach. I'm a Long Beach dude. I love me some Long Beach. I don't really fuck with LA too much. It's just too much. It's like I don't really want to waste vacation there. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not out here trying to impress nobody. They better impress me. Shit. Fuck all that. Making room for better friendships and romance. That's how I see it. Absolutely. Absolutely. True kindness. Bang. Superpower. What up, Forest Ferry? Gang. Long Beach is so pretty. I know, right? I fucking love me some Long Beach. You know, you riding in the what's the whip called? You got the top back. I remember when I first moved to California and I had my rental car and I opened the sunroof and then Tupac came on and I was like, oh shit, I'm in Cali, baby. I was like, rolling down the street, dum, 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 sipping on gin and juice, lay back, got my mind and my money and my money and my mind. Yo, it's a good feeling driving on that 5 when there's no accidents and no traffic. Yo, I'm so pumped. I thank all of you for being here. At this point now, it is time. Your boy is on the road and going me to San Diego. Love me some San Diego. Love me some San Diego. What's up, baby? Yo, Lily, you might recognize this bag because I think it's a Colombian brand. What is it called again? Velez? I think you might know this guy. What's his name? Or her name? I don't know what it's just called. I got it right before I left Colombia because I was like, I need to upgrade my luggage. So that's happening. Yo, I respect all of you. You are the real fucking champions. Honestly, I wanted to say this the next time I came live, and this is the next time. And I forgot earlier. That's my last name. Hey now. We're gonna have to put a Bobby on your last name. Lily Bobby. Yeah. Yes, it's a famous brand there. I thought so, because it definitely costs money. It definitely costs money. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? To be honest, like I do travel, so I was like, it was just worth the investment. That's Sagittarius second house, willing to spend money on travel. Yeah, that's my Sag second house, or all things spiritual. So yeah, because I was like, it's funny though. The quality is really beautiful as well, though. This is kind of like that's the Taurus side of me, right? Like that's my Taurian nature too. It's like, you know, in the seventh house, right? In Venus for me is like quality. Something that tickles my pickle. That sounds awkward. Yeah, it tickles my pickle. Yeah, it is great quality though. So you guys gave me that. I want to follow my promise. I told you that if I had at least 3 people, that I would give you this last card. I gotta be honest, like y'all really, I could tell y'all really fucking with me, and that's awesome. And I really appreciate it because, like I said, Scorpio rising, talking and being out there with people and trying to act like we care about fake shit is really hard. And I'm happy to say that y'all not fake. I really feel like y'all really out here. Y'all really here. Y'all really on the other side of that camera, supporting. And I could feel that. And I thank you because, you help being able to shut up whatever BS narrative inside of me that thinks that all people are just out here being dumbasses, because I really do think people are stupid. Like, like I can't even sit there and pretend. I was talking to my friend just yesterday, and I was like, she said it, and I said it too. I was like, yeah, you know what? People are fucking stupid. And I told her too. I was like, yeah. And you know what? She was actually the only person that ever called that said they suck. I said people suck. I'm like, people suck. She was actually the only person I ever actually said it to personally and meant it with a passion. And she knew it, and I was like, you fucking suck. And she was like, yeah, because she knew what she did. So that's cool. We're good though. We're on good terms. We wrapped everything up. Forgiveness has been uh, granted between the both of us, which is great actually. I owned a few of their pieces back in the day. I'm vegan now. Oh, I thought, I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw the leather and I thought it might be real leather. And I had that thought. I was like, dang, am I ethically okay with this bag? But I was not deep. I was not that deep. I'm not that deep in the veganism yet, to be honest. I'm not that deep. I still love fish. I still love fish. But I do eat. I'm like a 90% vegan. I'm like an 80% vegan, 10% vegetarian, 10% fish guy. That's where I'm at. And I'm okay with that. All right. Here's the connection card. So the conflict seemed to be partnership, being sneaky and not owning our identity, okay? Not owning the mystical wisdom and monogamy and a partnership. We need to connect with partnership. This is the conflict. The path forward was to get rid of everything that's not necessary, okay? When you're out of balance, when you're feeling self-destructive, but when you're feeling brave and like productive, you're in balance. And this is the path forward, ladies and gentlemen. How you bring this into balance, you get rid of everything that's not necessary. And the last card that I have right here is the bear. This is the connection card for me. And it says waking from a spiritual slumber. Hell yeah. Kudos to that. This says beginning anew. I'm down for that. I feel that energy. You feel that energy? I feel that in my heart. And I love when I feel things in my heart because then I know I can trust it. All right, here we go. After a long winter, the bear arises from a deep slumber. I feel like this. This is the connection card. At the first, oh, dang, my angels are saying something crazy. Sometimes I get confused with angel messages. I think that one means they were excited. Sometimes when you get the angel ring, but it hits you really hard, like boom. Like one time I was sitting in a chair. I swear to God, I got knocked over off the stool. I was on a stool. It said, "Bing," and I was like, "Doo," and I literally fell off the chair. That one wasn't a loud ring, though. It was. Does anybody on here know what the angel ring in your right ear is about? And the pitch was silent. The pitch was silent. It wasn't a ring at all. It was just a silent. I can't even call it a hum, but it was closer to a hum than a pitch. It was just a silent presence. It didn't even have a pitch. If anybody knows what that is, please drop that in the chat. Um, whatever I was saying, I was talking about beginning anew and waking from the deep slumber. So that means something, but I don't know what that is yet. Aligned, bang. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, Ashley. So after a long winter, the bear rises from a deep slumber. That's pretty much right where this thing hit on this card, talking about beginning anew and waking from a spiritual slumber. And I do feel like that. So thank you, angels, and thank you, Ashley. It means connected. Then the message for direction comes through. Absolutely. I'm gonna meditate after this. Okay, here we go. The first, at first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move forward. The dawning light. Oh, move forward towards the dawning light. Excuse me. The bear card represents a card that's an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. I feel that. Scorpio risings. I'm not trying to neglect everybody else out there, but we on transformation. Y'all heard? All right, another one. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky. Yeah. Cumbersome. hmm And full of obstacles. Eh. But you have no choice. I know. It says you have no choice, bear. You ain't got no choice, bear. It's time to wake up. Can't sleep for 9 months and stay asleep for another 9, baby. All right. The winter wanes and the winter's leaving. Y'all see this card. The winter's gonna leave in another month and a half. Aries season, my birthday's on the rise. I should throw an international party. Who be down for that? Who's down for an international party? Like I'm dead ass. Like who want to meet me in Portugal? I'm dead ass. I'll throw a party for everybody. I like rent a space and everything. I will do it. Yeah, pull up in Portugal in April. Meet me. Meet me. Okay, here we go. But you have no choice, Bear. Winter wanes. The warmth of the spring emerges. and your transformation begins. So this is Jupiter in Aries, okay? The new beginning, the cycle closes out in Pisces, okay? Jupiter is exalted in Pisces, and then Aries in May time, okay? This is like spring going, and this is like late spring going into summer afterwards. Jupiter and Aries, this is brand new beginnings. This is abundance like a mother on your instincts and where it's leading you, okay? So I saw somebody tell me about the angel airing and being connected and being aligned. I want that, and I hope that really, really resonates because this is the connection card, all right? And it says that when you're out of balance, you're feeling withdrawn, you're lethargic, and you're heavy. Thank God I'm not any of those things. I came out of here busting out the gates. Great. Okay. Hopefully you're not either. Now, when in balance, the inner strength of this card is speaking and it's yearning to grow. I feel that. I want to grow. I want to grow into love, the love that I am more. Like, honestly, I really do. I want to grow deeper into my love. And I'm yearning to grow my own family. Okay. This is like really like, it's almost like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that I was going to feel like this so suddenly. Like, and it's not that sudden, to be honest. It's not that sudden, but it was like a faint, vague option before. It was like, okay, somewhere in the back of the head, like last year, like 2020. In 2020, it was like, okay, it's poking up, it's in there. But now, it's 2022, baby, new beginnings, about to raise a family. All right, here we go. To bring this card in balance, movement and exercise. Movement is one of those things where I thank you guys for those thumbs up. I see you. Movement is one of those things. Basic health component, okay? If you do not move, it doesn't matter what you do, all right? This is why you guys should really join this next workshop. I'm honestly just being a little bit funny right now, but to be honest, even this is so beneficial for your health. So beneficial. Right now, I just been sitting in this chair, and this movement allows me to connect, okay, with my body. This is something I really encourage during this retrograde in Capricorn. Connect with your body, okay? I see somebody saying go dancing. Absolutely. Uh, and when you connect with your body, so when my retreats that I run, or even in my workshops that you guys are going to come to, this free emotional freedom jazz concert, this is emotional freedom for me. Like, a lot of it is movements. So I would expect to be doing movements. I would expect to be able to stand up at a point. And I'm a big fan of doing mantras or chants even while you're doing the movement. And so then it becomes an embodied movement. So it's like, while I'm okay, let's give you an example. I'm going to put the book down. I gave you that. Now, while I'm going here, let's just say, right? This might be let's say if it's a full moon, we're talking release. Okay. Now it's like, consider your intention as you release that intention. Consider your intention as you release that intention. Feel free to join this with me. Consider your intention as you release your intention into this space of possibilities. Okay, so like, this is a simple example in the moment. Really, I'm like in a crowded ass space to be like trying to do whatever. But I consider these like embodied movements. Okay, wild chants. These chants can be ohms. Okay, your own meditations. This is like stepping into some of my experience when it comes to the monks and X, Y, and Z. Being able to vibrate that pineal gland. Okay, that was actually not the best one. It is more in my throat. But when your pineal gland is vibrating on your om. Okay, I had like half that time. When it vibrates on like the inner nasal, okay, like underneath the top of the roof of your mouth, almost it should be vibrating. And if you can heat that up enough, like 40 ohms is usually what it'll take to get there. You unlock your imagination. So these things that I do, they're always so random. It really depends on the crowd that's coming. But these are some of the things you can expect at this emotional freedom jazz concert uh, that I really would love for you all to show up to. Like I said, it's free to join. All my events are not free, so this is a good one to take advantage of. This is just me in like I'm very charitable lately. Like, it's just what it's been. Tibetan throat singing is so beautiful. Absolutely, I'm down for all of that. Metatron is in control. Uh, hmm. Who knows Metatron? Ashley? Okay, so I asked that because in 2020, Metatron came to me for the first time ever, and I think Metatron comes in three, right? There's like a something on the right, something on the left, and one in the middle. And I believe I was one of the ones on either the left or the right. 129. Yeah, 129. That's actually I ain't trying to spill the beans. There's a very special birthday on 129 as well. Um, One, it's my grandma's birthday. She has passed a while ago, so you don't have to go "aw" for my condolences because it is a long time ago. But um, it is my grandma's birthday, but it's also another person that I really care a lot for that has that same birthday. Metatron is Enoch from an angel form. Yes, yes, yes. No, I know who you're talking about. This came to me. Like this came to me one day. It was so vivid. Like I was Enoch. And I honestly didn't know about all this, so it took me a lot of research. Like I was Enoch. All the way down to the whole like what was it, like 16 whippings and lashings from God to prove that he was still under the thumb of God, even though Enoch was in charge of the other angels and the other angels being mad that Enoch was in charge of them, but he really was just doing his job that he was told, and then God punished him for it just to prove a point, and yada yada yada. That whole story, right? That's like the Enoch that am I familiar with that? Um, but yeah, I'm almost like really interested. I'm like looking in the chat like somebody tell me more about Metatron because when I tell you this Metatron came and it was like there was three things though, and I feel like there was one there. There was like my soulmate on the left, and there was something in the middle. I had a whole picture, a whole image of it, but it's hard to explain. And it was 2 years ago, but it was also very vivid. Like I can see it, but I don't know how to explain it. He was a messenger, yeah, like a writer, right? Like the scribe of God. Because this is kind of what came to me, and this is also what was happening when I was writing my book. Like I told you, I did go through a mental fucking breakdown. Um, Exposed to fallen ones, Enoch exposed to fallen ones, like Scorpio would kind of thing. I'm just entertained right now. I know you guys are chatting. Um, Triangles. It was a triangle. Yeah. Oh my god, I feel like I'm on a talk show right now. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Tell me more. What's next? I'm so intrigued in the moment. You could probably see the little kid in me right now. I'm so excited. The Book of the Watchers. Yeah, I literally remember seeing all this because I went on a whole uh diet of Metatron when this shit happened. Facts. Qigong, right? Yeah. So Qigong is one thing. I love Falun Dafa, like scan the body. It's one of my favorite. It practices tolerance, benevolence, and truth. The transmutation of hurt is beautiful because it becomes wisdom. Absolutely, yeah. You guys are so beautiful. You're. I always want to repeat that. You all are such beautiful people. I really enjoy. I'm like learning from y'all right now, and it's dope. Yes, between the Scorpio and Sag. Yeah, I had that feeling. I had a channeling of being a watcher. Wow, paying my penance. Yeah, I could send you PDFs on angels. Lily. Yo, y'all, Lily has sent me like 341 PDFs. I'm like, who has this many books? And so I sent her a message back. I was like, Lily, where do I go? I was like, where do you where should I start? I was like, there's so many. It's like anybody ever been to Cheesecake Factory and you look at the menu and you're flipping the page and you're flipping the page and then it's 30 minutes later and you're still flipping the page and you're like, will I ever understand all the things on this menu? They think through the opius Stargate. Wow. Yeah, you got some wisdom on you. We might have to come on here, Blue Flame, and just talk Metatron one day. We might have to just talk this entire topic because right now it seems like typing in the chat won't do you justice. Lily is great. Elvira, I love your name, Elvira. Elvira, Elvira. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Baby, that's why you order a drink first. Procrastination. Ash, send me an email so I can email to me. Hell yeah, do that. I love when people connect like this. This is awesome. You know, when I think of like big dreams, um, goals as it comes down, and I'm gonna, it's gonna happen. It will happen. I just have to respect the divine timing of all things. Um, you know, and I had this dream for years, years on years. Basically, just I look at it as like the more life complex, where all of these. When I first began the idea, I was looking at it. I was an exercise physiologist, okay, in the earlier stages of my life, and I was looking at like other chiropractors and physical therapists and these what I considered, at least in Western medicine, as the healers. Obviously, I decided to leave that part of my life behind and was like, yo, y'all not really down with the real get down. Y'all don't value what I value, and I value the truth. So we gotta tell people the truth. Like, we can cure cancer, like we can cure HIV, we can fucking cure all of this shit, but you guys tell me we can only manage it. So whatever. I leave the US actually for a lot of that reason. Left San Diego 3 years ago for that reason, to go to Asia to learn Eastern holistic practices. Holistic being keyword, Eastern being the fun, juicy, adventurous part of it. Practices, something that I can really be able to share with you guys. Uh, whether it's Tibetan sound singing and all of that stuff. So I tell you all of that to say, like, as a part of the dream, and I thank you guys for listening to this part, is to create that same more life complex. But now I don't really give a fuck if there's physical therapists in there and yada yada yada. I could care less. I thank you all for those thumbs up. You guys are dope. It's more like now, modern day for me. I want the angel reader. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say this is Blue Flame for a moment. I want Blue Flame in there, who is like, look, you go to this group when you're looking for information on how to interpret, decipher, and channel angel messages. Okay, whether through numbers or ringing in the ears. Okay, you go to Blue Flame, and then I got my girl in here, Secret Balance, where now you go to her group when you want to um fucking meditate. I don't know. And astral project your body. You want to learn astral projection, you go to her tent. Okay, agriculture, great. We're going off grid. You want to learn how to farm your own natural resources, absent of all preservatives. You go over to Ashley's tent, because Ashley runs agriculture in this department, and she'll teach you how to farm on all your off-grid land as we work into the North Node in Taurus transit, where land and fresh organic foods are going to be more of a concern as we step away from the excessive pleasures in the South Node being in Scorpio. We're leaving that as we walk towards. That starts January 18th, by the way. So I just wanted to throw that out there in the universe. Universe, bring me and the others together so we can all meet and we can make this become a reality. I throw that out there. Retrogrades, draw that ass back. All right, here we go. I don't want to post my email here because of the trolls. Yeah, Lily, I can yo, Lily, here, or whoever, I'm gonna drop my email again, Pernell Bobby, because I feel you on that troll shit. Because man, sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes people be taking that privilege. Not even the email, but sometimes like people be getting my WhatsApp, they be wilding out. Not really on the WhatsApp, mostly in the email. It's like yo, it's email. I get back to you, but it ain't a text message. It's an email. But I'm generally still pretty fast with it. Um, but I do feel you in that. So I will sacrifice myself. I will be the sacrificial lamb through Pernell. That's okay with him. Does that work? Yep. Boom. Drop the link, because I wanna see if West. She said she's in West Texas. Um, Great. Lily have my number. Feel free to send me the PDFs. Check. Dope. I don't want to post my email. Yeah, I get that. The Astro Chef. Ooh, Lord Virgo, Astro Chef meets the Astro Therapist. I love it. I love to cook. Your boy loves to cook, especially for my romantic partners. Taurus, seventh house. I could just cook with one partner for the rest of my life and be absolutely happy. And it would not be considered mundane because I never cook the same thing twice. But each and every one of them are gourmet plates of deliciousness. Okay. New to the chat. That being said, since I have Capricorn on my rising, I can feel all that energy. Yeah, you're going through brand new starts, right? This is a very powerful Capricorn new moon that just pulled up. I think it was a solar, a super new moon, or a new moon. I don't know. Honestly, I don't be getting caught up in all the fucking language. I know when they're bigger and when they're smaller. That matters. Eclipses I take more serious. Um, but I do feel you're going through a brand new start. Is that a male, by the way? Lord Virgo, the chef. We got more masculine presence in the room. Is he black? It doesn't matter if you're not black, but you almost look black from your picture. I'll be even a little more happy. And if you're not black, that's cool too. I fuck with you anyway. Lord Virgo, awesome. Blue Flames, give me that Starseed vibe. Welcome to Trolls in the chat. Yes, sir. What's up, my guy? Yeah, baby. Oh man, I wish you was in here. They were I had females in here trying to eat my man dark light energy alive. I'm all the way beat. Yeah. They were trying to eat it. They were trying to eat us alive. We was talking feminine masculine talk. And I was like, yo, don't be jump my homie. I ain't even catch the comment. I'll call all the backlash. But we got a nice ass group. They really came through and was just being real. And I think we all actually got a beautiful discussion to understand each other, the masculine and the feminine energy within ourselves, because that plays a role in relationship, right? Like this whole topic on Venus retrograde was relationship, love, and money. And it's like, even with money, let's say, for example, if you got all feminine chaos and you don't have no order in order to structure that well of vibrant, endless, lovely, passionate, disruptive energy in the right direction, then it just burns everything. And if you got only order, right, then we have that, let's say, corporate America, where we look at everybody as numbers and digits, where we need that feminine touch, we need that compassion to just not burn people just because it's good for ourselves. And when I say burn people, I'm talking about dumping shit in the ocean, right? Or other dumb shit that's killing the planet. So yeah, I wasn't going out like that. Yeah, you survived, homie. Dark Light survived. Yeah, because he got that melanin in his body. Can't kill melanin. We just regenerate. Oh man, I hear you, Pernell, teaching the collective how to heal themselves, and I make a reap because I'm a big farmer. Hell yeah. Teach yourself healing with literally the dandelions, natural law. Exactly. You know, I'm so down for that. What's your name, Forest Fairy? Just out of curiosity, I like to know people's names. I like to call you by your name. I love the garden. Absolutely. Yeah, my guy. Yeah, yo, thank y'all for giving Dark Light props because he's still in the chat. If he was an insecure male, he would have dipped out of here an hour and a half ago. Literally. He would have said his piece. Okay. That's a real man right there. He would have said his piece. He would have tried to chew y'all back out, let's just say, and then he would have dipped. And that's where these internet Twitter fingers need to die. Okay. Metaphorically. I do not wish this physically on their lives. But metaphorically, we gotta stop that bitch made shit. We gotta start standing up, okay? And own our words and own our position, especially as a male. I'm gonna be honest, especially as a male, because that's exactly what the female needs from us. To be able to take the heat when you decide to step into the kitchen. I want all that smoke. But I will say I had to realize and learn that, like, let's say for a romantic partner, I want all that smoke, but it comes with an understanding of, I realized that we don't have to deal with chaos just because. Rather, as from a male perspective, rather to deal with the feminine chaos that you actually resonate with. This is how I found more important. The one that, like, in reality, like there's definitely a woman out there that I love, and it's like her chaos does not. It just makes me. I'm able to smile. I'm literally just able to smile, no matter how crazy this shit is. No matter how much it may seem like a complaint, the entire time I've ever known her, I'm able to find humor and then again embrace her with love afterwards, even if she rejects it. And it's like it doesn't, I'm like not affected. So for me, it's like that's something like on a sustainable level. I'm gonna like be with somebody for life. It gotta be more like that. Cause another person, let's say, where like I fully respected their chaos, and I also just respected that their chaos was just not the chaos that I wanted to be involved in. But I also don't want to dim that light either. I want to respect that light. It just wasn't for me. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. I love the heat sometimes. Hell yeah, we love that heat. So you Scorpio rising. I'm a Scorpio rising too, baby. The heat means you love me. You know what I'm saying? That just means you love me. You just love me. You love me? Yeah, you love me, baby girl. Yeah, you love me, baby girl. You just gotta get like a little slap on the ass or something, you know, or like lick her face. That's what I realized. Those are those moments where like sometimes you just gotta know when you're in that heat of the moment, you just gotta lick their face. I swear to God, the next time your woman is mad at you and y'all just so heated, I want you to just lick her face, and then press your belly up against her against the wall, and then see what happens. And then see what happens. Yeah, I know. I had to look back in the chat after that. I had to look back in the chat after that. I promise you, next time you in a heated ass moment, like to the point where you might want to just like headbutt your motherfucker, but you know you won't. But maybe it crossed your mind. You're like, you mother. When you feel like that and it gets so heated, don't argue with your woman. First off, you won't win. And second off, that's not what you're supposed to do. Okay. Like I'm putting the two men on game right now, and I want to see how the women respond. All right. I'm out there throwing my ass to the wolves, right? Like they could chew me up at any moment, but I'm just gonna be direct, I mean bold. The next time you're arguing, you're fighting with your woman, first off, you shouldn't be arguing with your woman. As a male, like I'm gonna be honest, you should not be arguing with your woman. If you are, then that male's probably insecure. Okay, that's a red flag. I'm gonna say that right now. If a male is arguing with his woman, likely a red flag. Okay, um, it may be an emotional truth that we don't want to necessarily accept, but it is an objective truth. When you're talking about divine masculine energy and you're dating an oracle for a woman, okay, not just a queen, but above a queen, an oracle. All right, the mystical woman, which is a lot of this card, okay, which says gets rid of the unnecessary. Um, you do not argue with your woman. You don't ignore her either. And this is where men fail. This is where men fail. Just because you're not arguing with her, that does not mean you ignore her. This is I was in some men group chats, and I remember these guys were like laughing about like, yeah, like that's when I just ignore her and play video games. I'm like, you stupid fuck. Like I don't think I actually said that out loud, but I did address it. I didn't say it out loud like that to him in that moment, but I did address it. And I was like, that's not the route, homie. Ignoring your woman and then playing video games, that's about the most immature thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I got my own preferences and thoughts about men playing video games at a certain point in their life. But I don't think I'm gonna say it. I don't really think that men should be playing video games at a certain point in life. Like I think that if a man is really on purpose, really in direction, he does not have time. It's not that he can't play video games. It's the fact that he doesn't have time to play video games, which is very different. Not that he can't, not that he won't enjoy it, not that everybody won't enjoy a video game, especially a throwback, but that if that man is playing video games and it's happening religiously, I actually had a female one day telling me like, no, it's okay, like as long as he has like an hour or 2 hours and he can like control himself and discipline himself. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Um, but that's not me. I don't really fuck with that. I don't really rock with that. It's like, you know, and I'm really stern on that one. I could be super inflexible, but it's my personal truth. Especially if he's using it as a way to avoid the deeper conflicts in that relationship. Okay. Like what you do is in these moments, I'm telling you, you lick her right in the face. If it doesn't work and she whoops your ass, I am sorry. I am sorry. But I think that you still have a better shot. And I think that you'll be very pleased on the higher, more likely end of what the result turns out to be. As you lick her face and then press your belly against hers as she gets embraced against the wall. This is the moment where I need to say this very carefully, but I need to say this honestly. This is the moment where, in my personal opinion, your woman would love to be ravished. I need to look that word up to see if I actually mean ravished, but I'm pretty sure I mean ravished. Seized and carried off by force, with intense delight or in rapture. To fill someone with intense delight or in rapture. Yes, I mean ravished. Okay. Now, why I need to be careful with this is because um, you need to also use your own intelligence, right? Like understand the lines of rape. I can't even like move around that. Like I have to like be very clear. Like understand the lines of like, okay, like you got to know when to fucking chill. So I need to like openly state this, okay, so that we can be very clear. But what I will say is, your woman wants to be embraced by you, and if you can get beyond the arguing, she's not arguing because she's trying to win the fight. Okay, that's not the point of the battle. let let me see what's going on in the chat. It's not the point of the battle. What's I got to hop in the chat. Let me see. Am I shooting myself? My lady's secret balance said we will be fighting. I laugh and joke, but I don't play games. Oh shit, where we at? What happened? I done been out of the chat for a little bit. That was my second husband. This is like reality TV, yo. This shit is awesome. There was a big reason though. He was very unhealed. Yeah. Stopped at 19. Yup. You know, when I used to play games, when I did play video games, you know what I was doing? I paid my rent in college. I'm not even gonna stunt. In the first 2 years of college, I paid rent playing NBA 2K. Former gambling, sue me. But then I stopped. But it was dope to be able to pay rent by just beating people playing video games. I ain't gonna lie to you. Games are for children. Bang. Forest Beautiful. Going solar off grid. Check. 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 I slapped someone who licks my face at attempted murder during the apocalypse. No lies told. Yo, this shit is funny. I'm telling you, she wants to be embraced. She wants to be ravished. Wow. This was fucking exciting. I thank you all for joining, really. Now it's 8 o'clock my time. My flight's at 6 in the morning. So your boy needs to turn these damn lights out because I hate lights. Honestly, I should have, but I don't want to come in here dark, but I really hate lights. So all these lights are out. This is how I like to roll. I don't like the light. But beyond that, I shall see you all soon. I'm pretty positive I'm going to go live somewhere during my time in San Diego because I love what I do. And this isn't work for me. This is fun. That said, flights in the morning, San Diego's coming. Partnership is on mind, okay? This is how you balance the conflict. Partnership. That doesn't have to mean romantic partnership. This could be business partnership, okay? Venus is also 7th house to Libra, okay? Libra is business relationships as well as platonic friendships. So this is not just love in the sense of romance with a significant counterpart. This is business. And right now I'm in a 6-year, 2022, baby. I'm in a 6-year. This is partnership. So I'm calling you in, business partners, investors, love, pull up on your boy. Okay. I've been seeing 222 everywhere. I'm ready. It's another 6, 222. Now you got the Panther, okay, which says the way out is to get rid of anything unnecessary. We already spoke about what's unnecessary. I took a moment of vulnerability and shared my unnecessary trait. Okay. And the connection energy, when the angel fucking hit me in my ear or my head or both, was the bear saying, come out of hibernation, baby. And I do feel like that. And so that is pretty dope. If anybody needs their astrology forecast, you can check. There's another video that I did oracle readings for each person. I gave out the forecast of how this new moon and what transit, how the transit was going to affect each rising sign specifically as an individual. And I will use your second sun sign as a backup. All right. Beyond that, I definitely want to see you at this Emotional Freedom Jazz concert, because why the fuck not? That shit's going to be super lit. I'm telling you, you have no idea what you're about to walk into with this guy. His name is Alessandro. His name is Alessandro Barrera. Okay. And he's literally coming in live. Like I said, I had the Italian Mafia dinner with him, and that was one of the best experiences ever. I literally felt like I was in the Italian Mafia. It was awesome. So that's there. It's a free concert. I see 717 on screen. Love that number. Good night, all. Speaking truth. Sag North Node. Ancient Wisdom has been downloaded. Check, check, check. You guys rock. Your boy's out with my suitcase that I've only used one time as I stepped into America. Excuse me, Lily, if you're still here, because I know it's not necessarily fully vegan approved, but it's okay. San Diego! Ciao.